What's up, guys? It's your boy Steve with the Profit Report with AB and Steve. My brother AB's out today. He has something to do, so I'll be covering by myself today. And today's topic, we're just going to be covering different financial topics today. We don't have any specific companies. We've been covering transportation this week. And yesterday we covered Ford and we looked at their financial statement. Not a pretty sight for Ford. We also covered Toyota, Volkswagen. Oh, AB. Oh,
Yeah,
shit. I didn't even know you. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
baby. I'm in this
What's
mother.
up, man?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Welcome, man. I thought I had to do solo, man. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I was about to just make up some stuff.
Man, nah. Your boy AB just fresh off the beach. Just fresh out the beach,
Oh,
man.
this guy, man. That's where you were at, a beach. I thought you were doing something productive. This guy just being a beach bum and chilling on the beach.
Brother,
Ridiculous.
I'm in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Getting my tan on.
You in Florida?
No, I was in Florida. I just came back.
What? Florida is that close to New Orleans?
Yeah, like Panhandle, like Pensacola,
Uh-huh.
Panama City Beach. Yeah. It's like 3.5, 4 hours.
Panama City Beach is that close. Wow.
Well,
Yeah, I went to
no, Pensacola's about three and a half. Pensacola Beach, and I think
how far is
Panama City Beach is about 5 hours.
so which one did you go to?
Pensacola.
Pensacola. Oh. Damn, you really went to the real beach, huh?
I know, man. Look, it's like emerald green. It's not even blue. The color's like emerald green,
Oh,
but it's nice
I
though. It's
see.
nice.
See, I don't it's nice. Yeah, yeah. You just saw some water and came back. One of the most overrated things in as we do as I feel like in general is go to the beach. I honestly think it's the most pointless thing that we do. We just go to the beach. Some people swim and you just hang out, like staring at the water. Like I don't know. I just
Wait.
it's not my vibe.
I sort
I
of agree with
really
you. I sort of agree with you though. There is a part of me that agree with you.
bro, it's overrated.
No, but there is a part of
Honestly.
me that agree with you, but you're gonna go down the nihilism route if you do this though. Cause there is
The
not
what route?
much nihilism.
Hold on, what's the term? What is nihilism?
Nihilism. Hey, we
What
got
does that
Google
mean?
right
Oh,
there.
look
We
at
got
this.
Google. Let's go down the
We
rabbit
got
hole.
my boy came ready. What is nihilism? We're learning
Well,
today, guys. Oh, the philosophy of meaningless. It's a philosophical stance that asserts that nothing has intrinsic meaning, value, or purpose. This includes human existence, actions, and creations. The word itself from the Latin word nihils, which means nothing. I mean, but is this philosophy arguing like I guess nothing has meaning? So if I say beach has no meaning to me, it doesn't necessarily fit in this category unless I say everything is meaningless.
that's what I'm saying. I think you could like go down this road um if you don't
I see.
see sort of like any human activity, you can sort of look at it through a nihilism prism.
Perspective. I see. I
Yeah.
see. You know, what's interesting is there's actually a Bible verse that says something like everything is meaningless.
God
Hold
damn.
on. There is Bible verse
Yeah,
thing. I forgot what
who's
it
viewing?
was, but
Who's our viewer? Who's catching this
we got
Sunday chill vibes, guys. Sunday chill vibes.
look at this from Ecclesiastes 1:2. Meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powerful
I
statement
mean,
about the human condition, the limitation of finding ultimate meaning and purpose in a worldly pursuit. It's meant to, to drive the reader to a deeper understanding of life's true significance, which is, from biblical perspective, is found in God. So everything else is meaningless. Mm.
ooh. So this whole show is their meaningless profit report.
Yeah, this is pointless. That's why we only got 2 viewers. This is meaningless.
Yeah. How you gonna clown on your own show, man? How you gonna clown on your own show?
I'm saying, right?
Guys, is this show
Um,
meaningless? Is this show meaningless to you guys? Um, but no,
meaningless.
I
I
mean,
mean, I guess if you don't define something, I guess we assigned. So I guess what kind of meaning is there? I guess to a lot of stuff that we do, right? Because if you're sitting at home and not doing anything, you say you're bored, you're not doing anything. That's, in essence, for most people, could be meaningless. What
yo,
is?
if we
It's
have
whatever you
HJ,
assign
if
to
we
it.
have HJ watching, we need HJ up here as a guest tonight because me and him, we
Oh
go
yeah.
back on this. We've probably spent countless amount of text going back and forth on this very topic.
Oh man, and that's hard to argue through text too. You know, these are deep conversations.
Bro, I mean, that thing just hanging around. Hey, what are you doing? Just hanging
Hmm.
around. You know that
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
what's his name, Beetlejuice or something like that.
What do you mean Beetlejuice? What, Jenkins just hanging around is a Beetlejuice like the movie or what?
No, the like the what are those people called? Like the
Oh,
it's
look,
a gif. It's a
Hassan is in the
meme.
building, man.
Oh my God, HJ, we need you up here, man. Just hanging around, bro. That's like life basically boils down to you're just hanging around, right? I mean, going to the beach, you're just killing time. You're just hanging around. You're
Right.
trying to kill some time. That's all it is. Because if you don't do those things, bro, you are literally going to sit in a chair and just stare at the wall.
That's true. That is true. And if you go back to work on a Monday and people asked you, what did you do on the weekend? If you say you went to the beach, people are like, "Oh, wow. Wow, that's amazing."
You
As
did
opposed to if
something.
you
You
said,
did something.
I,
Yeah.
I I just hung out at the house, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's a loser, yo. Like he ain't doing nothing with his life."
Bro, but everything is just a version of just hanging around. Everything is a version of hanging around.
That's true.
Gardening.
That
I mean,
is true.
you're just trying to. I mean, even this, we're just hanging around. We like this stuff, I
We
guess,
are.
but we're just hanging around. I mean, this just hanging around. It's like the show about nothing. It's like that, just hanging around, and like, but
Yeah.
going back to today's topic, right? Today we kind of want to get into. Well, my whole thing was like get into like wealth inequality and that kind of thing. I don't know if you had anything.
Um,
Is that too dull? Is that too
I don't
eh?
know. That's dull, man, for a Sunday. We need something juicy, AB. Give us something juicy. We need the people need
Juicy,
juicy stuff.
man.
We need juicy on a Sunday. We need interesting.
Juicy, man. Guys, financial juicy financial talk.
Juicy financial talk, guys. What are you interested? Hassan, day one, what are topics that interest you? We want to get your point of view. AB even wanted to get you in here. I don't know if you might be camera shy today, joining this conversation.
um, I don't know if you want to talk about like you remember that soccer player that like got divorced, but then they found out like everything was in his mom's name.
Oh,
How is that?
who
Like, I
was it?
always wonder, like, is that legal? Like, how does that work,
Tom,
really?
Tom Brady did the same thing. Tom Brady had Tom Brady had most of his property. in his mom's name. Is that correct? I heard that it avoided him from having to pay a lot of money during his divorce.
But the thing is, how is
You
that
know,
legal
another
though?
interesting topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is that not legal?
But the thing
There's
is,
nothing that.
if no, but if the money is made while you're
Mhm.
while you're married,
Right.
right? That's marital property. It doesn't
It
matter
depends.
whose
It
name is
depends
on
on the
it.
state, though. It depends on the state, though. Like Texas, a communal state, that's true. But like in Rhode Island, for example, it's whatever you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So it
Wait.
depends.
So what? I thought whatever is made, it belongs to the marriage. During the marriage, I'm not talking about before the marriage. I'm
Right.
talking about during the marriage. Any money you make is belongs to the couple. So it doesn't matter. Like, okay, he can if he made $20 million, like Tom Brady, right? And he takes that money, he buys. Well, I guess if he buys his mom a house as a gift, then he spent that money. So I don't think that money will count as his asset. That's the only way.
You see, depending on the state's laws where the divorce is filed, there are two main legal frameworks in the United States. So, community property, which is Texas is part of it. Looks like all the, you know, Republican states. Assets and debts acquired during the marriage are generally considered joint owned by both spouses. 50-50 split. Upon divorce, these assets and debts are typically divided equally 50-50. Okay, that makes sense. But it says separate property, property owned by one spouse before the marriage or acquired individually through inheritance or gifts during the marriage is typically considered separate property and is now subject to division. Well,
Hmm.
that's also different. So they would have to receive the gift, not gift it out necessarily. Okay. Equitable distribution states. This is where Rhode Island falls in. Fair, not necessarily equal. The majority of states follow the principle of equitable distribution. In these states, marital property is divided fairly, but not necessarily equally between the spouses. Factors considered: length of the marriage, the value of the marital property, each spouse's contribution to the marriage, both financial and non financial, and the spouse's respective sources of income and earning capacities.
This is where I think this is where that whole like alimony stuff comes in.
Mm. Well, why?
Um,
I don't think so. Not necessarily. Why would alimony come into this
because
play?
it says the spouse respectful source of income or earning capacities. Um, so if one of the spouses, I guess, you know, stayed at home and raised the kids, and their earning capacity is like minimum wage or something,
Yes.
they might say you have to support this person until they maybe can, a year or two until they get their, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Um, I'm
The,
wondering because where does like alimony, like when did that alimony kick in? I guess that's like the next question. Like, when is that applicable?
so alimony is after the divorce, but in this case, where they saying is as far as equal, well, division, I think they do take consideration of the mother raised the kids for 15 years at home. I think that cost gets calculated into her how much she gets. You know what I'm saying? That's still because if she wasn't doing it, you would have had to pay someone else to do it. Therefore, that's taken into consideration. Alimony comes after the fact.
I think Elon has a crazy like child support case. Can you like ask the AI?
Yeah, sure.
Um, because Elon have crazy baby mamas. He has like 5 or 6
What is Elon's what child support?
situation.
That was actually one of the topics I wanted to look at too today. I'm like, how many people are paying child support in the United States? Because that's something I was curious about. So let's see. So Grimes, I think that's his. That's the one that he had the longest relationship. Um,
Damn, only $2,700 per month.
wow, a key aspect of the legal battle, and is the jurisdiction must file for custody in Texas, which has a child support cap of 2760 per month for 3 children. So there is a cap. That's not even that much.
Per kid?
Grimes, who
Are
lives,
we assuming?
huh?
Are we assuming per kid, or is that like the max? But all right, let's keep reading.
No, we're not
She lives in.
assuming. I mean, this is what it says.
Is that per kid or is that total for 3 kids?
I mean, this is what it says. It says which has a child support cap of 2760 per month for 3 children.
Okay, that's crazy.
California has no such cap. Has
Has
reportedly
reportedly
moved to
moved to
California
California,
with two of their
seemingly
children.
Ooh.
Wow. Yo, that is grimy though. You know,
I mean,
I
her
wonder if
name
she
is Grimes,
purpose.
bro.
Yo, by the way, bro, your audio, man, you got to bring that up. Cause
Oh my
yeah,
bad.
that's crazy. I wonder if she purposely. Well, they used to do live in California, but I wonder if she purposely moved there for this
How about
reason.
now?
Yeah, that's perfect. Damn, for a billionaire to only pay you though $2,700, that's a slap in the face.
But look, I
Okay.
mean, but some of these women they be asking like 100K a month.
Yeah, I mean, there's who is the rapper? Is it there's a lady that has a kid with Little Baby the rapper and
Yeah,
with Anthony Edwards, the basketball player. And I don't know if you know about that. I don't know if you heard about it. Anthony Edwards just paid out his
they say
whole.
that's false. They say that that's not legal. Like the whole like paying $1 million to get rid of her for 18 years. I think that was just rumors. That I don't think you
Oh,
can
really?
legally do that. Yeah, you can
It's not
fact check
true.
me on that, but they said like it's. I don't think you can legally do that.
Okay.
Like
So I'm gonna fact check you after we read this because I think you brought this up. So then this St. Clair claimed that Musk reduced financial support after she followed Musk denies financial retaliating, says that he's given St. Clair 2.5 million and sends her 500,000 per year, despite not being
despite not
sure.
being sure of the
Yo, you could you could have somebody pay for child support even though you don't even know if it's they are your kid.
bro.
And look,
You don't want to get into the whole child support shit that's out there. It's crazy. I think some states, bro, some states, I want you to fact check me on this too. If you sign on the birth certificate and then later you
yes.
found out it's not yours, I think you're still liable.
No, I know actually personally a person that was responsible as a result of that. That is true. That's not you
Wait
don't
a
need
no way, please. I want to know what the fuck is
No, I'm
that?
dead serious. No, that's a fact. I know if you sign on because that means if you sign on the birth certificate, you're assuming liability, and that is no, you
Even
are liable.
after they DNA tested, you can't get off
It
of it.
doesn't matter. No, it
You
doesn't
can't get
matter.
off of it for
You
18
cannot get
years.
off. No, no,
No
you
way.
have to because you signed it. You have to pay. No, that's true. That is true.
Please,
And I'm.
Steve, I want you to pull up something. I want to read this because this is insane to me. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I want to just see how is this legal.
It is optimal because you're what they do too is when they do sign the birth certificate. Look, if you sign
Guys, what's going
a
on? What y'all think
birth,
about this? What y'all think if you sign on the birth certificate and it's not your kid, should you still pay? What y'all think, guys? Let us know in the comments. We got 4 people watching. If you're watching this, drop a comment, say what's up. Who's in the house? We got Sam. Do we have do we have the fam in the house? Who do we have? We're just shooting the shit, guys. Today we're just kind of talking about.
yeah, you see, look, you're legally obligated to pay child support. Yeah, this is true because one of the things they tell you is when you sign with the birth certificate is you are assuming responsibility financially and supporting. So this is, they tell you this ahead of time. So it's very important you don't sign it
Bro,
if
this is
you
so wrong though.
are not ready.
Imagine if it was the other way around. You think that if it was women that had to do this, that the loss would be like this? I just feel like this is
I think,
anti-men. I think this is
you know,
anti-men.
that, hold on. I think a woman would be also, well, actually, that's,
Well, no,
well,
it's
how does
always
that
her
work with
kid.
the,
It's always her kid. I'm saying, if
but
the
what if the
male was the
woman,
one that was producing the kid, like, no, it's always her kid. So
no,
if
no,
it
no,
comes out
true,
of her
true. I'm
woo,
just, well, it's like adoption too. Like if you adopt a kid, you're financially responsible. Like you
well, that's
cannot
a little
just pass it
different.
on to
That's a little
others.
different. But this one, you're signing,
How?
thinking it's your. This one, you're thinking it's your kid.
Oh, okay. I think no, no, no. If you no, that's a different situation. Hold on. I think what you're saying is, let's say I think it's my kid and I sign not knowing. That's different. I think that's a different situation. I think you could
That's what
at
I'm
that
trying to say.
point,
If later they find out it's not your kid,
no,
can you
no,
get
no, no,
off
no.
of it?
No, no, that one I think you can't get off. So what if you find out later your kid is not your bio
It's not even your
kid,
kid.
but you believed it was your kid? Can you? At that point, I think you can because you're under the
Steve,
presumption that it was your kid. Yeah,
this is not an automatic process and depends heavily on the specific law of the state. It's not automatic, bro. That's the crazy part.
true. The scenario that I presented you, let's say, for example, you talking to a woman, she has a kid, but the kid doesn't have the father on the birth certificate, but you take responsibility as that person. If you do, then you are liable because you are aware. You are aware that's not your
What?
kid, but you're
But
taking responsibility.
wait
That's
a
the
minute, wait a
scenario I was
minute.
talking about.
But how could that be a scenario where am I dealing with a woman that's pregnant? How the hell does my name end up on a birth certificate?
No,
Like
let's
you
say
can
the
do
kid
that
is
like
even
two,
like,
3 years in. You can go
yeah,
back
you
and
can.
retro like add it.
You can because typically some people put like the mom's father's name as the father. They could put whoever they want, but later on you could change that to be under your name. And if you do take that responsibility, it would be at that point you do know you didn't get tricked. But the
Wait,
scenario
so
you
if
presented,
we break up with this girl 2 weeks later, I'm
yeah,
still gonna be on the hook for
you are
child
gonna
support?
pay, dog. Yes, you are gonna pay.
But
You,
why would anybody with the right mind would ever do that?
but when you get in a relationship, you assume that you're not gonna break up. So,
Bruh, wait a minute. You could just be stepdad. You don't gotta do the paperwork on it. Bruh,
I mean,
come on.
that's a show of maybe like, yo, I'm here for real. I'm here. Like I'm not.
But
I'm
okay, I don't know if you can talk about your friend, but how long did they date before he signed up? And then they broke up? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't want to dive into details, but I know for a fact this person became responsible of that situation. And yes, so
How long did they date?
I don't know how long they did. They dated enough time though. I mean, they got together and
But they
stuff.
broke up and that man was still paying for them kids until 18 child support?
He was liable, but some other stuff happened, and I don't want to talk about it
Okay,
because
all
I do
right,
know this
but
person. I don't, but I know for a fact this does happen. And I
bruh.
think going back to Elon's situation, like you brought up, I wonder how much he's paying. So how much? Let me see. Where is it? How much?
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Sunday night family kickback. We're talking about child support right now. Say what's up if you're viewing this. We're trying to check on Elon's child support situation.
Yeah, guys, how much you think Elon has to pay in child support? The guy is the richest man in the world, worth $400 billion. We looked at the first one, and it looks like he was trying to pay the mother $2,760 a month.
Wait. It wasn't him that was trying to pay. That was the state of Texas. It
Hey,
wasn't him.
I mean that's the cap. But come on, man, she has your kids. I don't even know why you would oblige by
But
the.
look at her though, and she's on some fuck shit, trying to go to California, trying to get the max.
Hey, bro, listen. If I was in her shoes too, I probably would do the same thing. Are you crazy? This guy is worth that much, and I got his three kids. Come on, man. You must be out your mind trying to give me 2760. The lifestyle she's accustomed to, and you trying to give me 2760? And especially he has other baby mamas, right? And this other mama, Ashley St. Clair, as you can see, he gives her 500,000 a year,
Oh, Steve,
despite
look
not
at the
being
first
sure.
paragraph. She asked for a sole custody.
Yeah. And then the Wall Street Journal alleged that Musk offered St. Clair a one-time 15 million sum, an additional 100,000 per month to keep their son's existence secret. Wow, man.
But she's trying to take the kid away from him. She's asking for a sole custody.
It's kind of weird though. If she's asking for sole custody, why wouldn't she take this deal right here? 15 million sum
I don't
and
think she
100.
should get any money. If you're asking for sole custody, then you raise the damn kid. If I'm not gonna be able to see my kid, why would I give you any money?
But that's what I'm saying, right? My point is he offered her though. He wasn't even forced. Look,
She's trying to get more, like you just said.
so
He's
she's trying to get
400
more.
billy. He's
So she's
400
trying to
billy.
get more, right? But
Yeah.
that's a pretty 100,000 per month plus 15 million sum. Guys, what do you think? If you had Elon's kid and males, if you're a male, pretend you're a female, would you take this deal if you got 15 million sum and an additional 100,000 per month? But you got to keep it secret. You can't say it's Elon's kid.
I don't know. Why wouldn't you take that deal, bro? You just imagine if you invest that 15 million, Steve-O, in the S&P 500 for 30 years. How much would it turn out? Please
I
do the
mean, at
calculation, Steve-O.
8%, dude.
Yeah.
So I could just keep this one tab. I'm gonna
Yeah.
open up another tab.
If
If
she just
you
puts that on
invest
S&P 500.
15 million in the S&P
AJ says
500
even Elon kids don't like him.
for no, they don't. I mean, one of the kids changed her name from she doesn't have his last name no more. The girl that became
No, oh, the trans, whatever.
yeah, the trans one.
Money's not all, I guess.
Hold on,
It's not
let's
giving you a
dive
number.
deeper.
Just say like, give me average return or something. Average return or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow, look at this. Hypothetical. So let's say if we look at it even at 7% average annual return, which is kind of low, but let's just say if that is the case, that would grow to $114 million if she took the deal of getting a lump sum of 15 million and an additional $100,000 per month. So that's his
Yo,
second baby
she can
mama.
live on like you can't even spend 100 a
Dude, a
month.
hundred
Even
thousand per month. What the hell are you gonna spend on? Unless it's like
you know
what?
what I mean? Like, bro, I mean, she would have. I mean,
Bro.
she could have asked for maybe she asked for Tesla stocks. You know what I'm saying?
Elon,
Like,
instead of this 100,000, just give me some Tesla stocks.
mhm.
Um, and then Siobhan Zillis, which is his third baby mama, and she was actually an executive too, which is another. This one, it's unclear how much Musk pays in child support to Zillis. Okay, so we don't know that one. And then Justine Wilson, his fourth baby mother.
I think that's wife. It says
Oh, his
wife.
first wife. Okay, so I was wrong with that. Who's the mother of five of his
Oh, he got
surviving
5 kids
children.
with this one. Damn, that
So
motherfucker got 5 kids with this one.
Justin received 20 million and half the value of the Bel Air home, along with monthly support payments for discretionary expenses and household needs. Must covers all expense for their children plus 20,000 per month. That's kind of low.
She just got 20 million, bro.
Nah, but 20,000 per month? That's kind of low, dude.
And I think she was there during the PayPal times. This was pre Tesla, so she ain't get the big bag. She got the small bag. She had the small bag.
Because there's some people that are paying crazy amount in child support. Kanye West pays
God
200,000 a month,
damn.
and
For
Kim
what?
K got money,
She got more
200,000.
money than him. She got more money than him.
Wow, for their full children. So I guess that's what 50 racks per children. Nick Cannon, but Nick Cannon got a lot of kids, but he
Boy
pays.
got 12 kids.
He has 12 kids, and he pays 250,000 plus monthly. So he pays $3 million annually to support his kids. Oh my God. A
That's
Rod.
why this man is working like 7 shows.
Yo, no wonder, yo. You see him on Wild and Out still today. He has to work while he's busy, says Bree. He's absolutely busy.
Yeah, she
A
was talking
Rod.
about Elon. Yeah,
Oh, she's talking about Elon? I thought she was talking about
yeah.
Nick Cannon. I was like, Nick Cannon got a lot of kids too. A Rod, 115,000 per month. My
Who's
goodness.
Brendan
Oh, that's the
Fraser?
guy from that show, I think. Brendan
Fraser?
Fraser. What was that show?
Damn, $900,000, bro. This is why they all run to California, the woman, because California is giving these kind of bread. Even
Yeah.
you know that comedian, that like the white guy that like black people like.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh my God, what's his name? Yeah, what about him? He had a black
and I
wife,
think
right?
like, huh? Yeah, yeah. I think
He's the
black
one
wife.
that had a black wife. Yeah, yeah.
I think like they were living in Georgia or something. Like that's with
Yes.
their house and everything. But she tried to like
Right.
go file in California.
Oh, so that might be a strategic
And he's like,
move
wait, we
to
got
move to California.
no relation to California whatsoever. Why are you fighting in California?
You see, guys, if you're just joining us too, we found out that in California there's no limit on child support payment. Texas is kind of cheap. They want to pay you 2,300 for three kids. That's the cap per month.
Don't make, don't raise your, don't be a baby mama in Texas. You're gonna be a baby
Definitely,
mama, be a baby
definitely
mama in
don't.
California, I guess. You
But look
know,
at these guys. Kevin Costner, 63,000 per month. Charlie Sheen, 110,000 per month.
I guarantee. I feel like most of these are California situations, because or probably New York is probably in there too, but you don't see no Texas boys in there.
Let's see what states have the highest child support payment limits.
Probably have no limits. California has no limits, so it's the sky's the limit.
So states with no child support payment cap. Uh, man, how do
Oh,
look
we
at the
got Rhode Island
restrictions
in the building.
on Rhode Island is the big. Hold on. So California. So right here, California is no one such example where there's no legally no cap.
Guys, what do y'all think? Do you
Florida,
think they should be a cap on child support by law
look
or
at
what?
Florida
Like
too.
if the like Elon, he got 400 billion, so is it should the the mother try to go for the biggest bag she can or what? What do y'all think? What do you guys think? Should
Man,
she go for
I
the big
mean,
bag or it should be a cap? I don't know, man. It has to be a cap, bro. This is not right.
bro, I don't think though it should be. Well, I think it should be determined on case by case. I don't think there should be a cap because how are you defining a cap? Like Florida
But the
also
thing is
lacks
this,
specific maximum amount, but look at these other
where like
places.
no kid needs like $50,000 a month. No kids, no, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm
I
saying,
mean,
okay,
bro,
like, okay, you can say like, yeah, you know, I want my kids to have a really nice life, but that could be like, I could volunteer, I can volunteer to give that money, not be subjected by law. This is why they run to the courts, because once the court declares it, then I gotta pay it.
yeah, but what if you're a
This-
deadbeat dad?
No, I'm saying the 50,000. I'm not. Yes, I'm saying I'm not saying the court shouldn't exist, but let's say I'm Elon, right? And
Hmm.
the court tells me I gotta pay, I don't know, 100 grand a month. Like,
Yes.
okay, of course Elon can afford it,
Hmm.
right? But I don't think he should be like subjected by the court to do it. If he wants to voluntarily do it, it's fine. But the court, we're talking about the freaking government telling you what you have to pay because you make so much money. Why are you all up on my pockets like that? It should be based on what the kid, like, you know what I mean, needs.
I would agree with that. I think that's a fair point. The needs, so if their needs though, if they're accustomed to a lifestyle where that does require about 50,000 a month, at that point, I think it's fair. But you're right. Like say their monthly expenses really, when you calculate it out, it only comes out to $20,000. You shouldn't be subject to 50,000. Why? I mean, it's just a matter of principle. Why are you paying 200,000 per month if it doesn't cost the
No, but
mother,
bro, like at the end of the day, it's my money that I made.
right?
Okay. I think the state, the standard should be that I'm able to house them in a decent house,
Hmm.
you know, school, healthcare, clothing, that kind of thing. But it shouldn't be like, oh, they gotta be in a 10,000 square foot house because that's how they were with me when they lived in that house. The court shouldn't be like, oh, since they when you guys were together, they lived in a 10,000 square foot house. Now they have to live in a 10,000 square foot house again. You think that the law should like be like, okay, you know what? Since they were so used to living in 10,000 square foot, now I'm gonna make you by law that you provide them another house that's 10,000 square feet also. That's crazy though.
I
By
mean,
law, I'm not saying like I'm
no,
not
I
saying
get what
by
you're saying.
law.
I get what you're saying. I mean, that's a mixed bag. I mean, what do you guys think? Because
That's
I,
insane, bro. That's
I,
insane because like the state should only care about the welfare of the kid and like they're able to go to school and that kind of thing. They can't be all up in my bag talking about, oh, you got 400 billy. Nah, 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 nah. Your kids have to live in a fancy house. That's what is like being subjected by the state that my kid have to live in a big ass house. That's insane. What if I don't even want my kids being spoiled like that? You know, is giving no choice for me to dictate how I even want to raise my kids. You see what I'm saying? It's taking all the freaking choice away from the parent. And then you
but then,
got, you got two people working against you too. It's the woman and the state against you.
but then in your scenario though, we're leaving up to the dad to do the right thing.
Bro, the right thing is a decent house, transportation, clothing, school. That's it.
But
That's
how do you quantify that? Because one person's
decent is
decent
like,
house.
okay, decent is like you could take the median or wherever the zip code where the kid is living, and
Hmm.
you just take the median and be like, all right, if you can at least do the median, then that's fine. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like if the house is not cockroach roast, infested, if it's livable, fine. But the woman is trying to come up off the kid. That's really what it is. Let's
I
let's be
mean, there's
honest.
definitely some of that.
Some
There's absolutely some
shit.
of that.
And
But
Elon's
then,
kids is all that. It's all that and some. What's up,
what's up,
Sam? What's up,
Sam?
Sam? We got Sam in the building. We got AJ in the building. We got Bree in the building.
Yes,
What's going
yes.
on, peoples?
And then Hassan is saying, look up Pavel Durov. Who's that? Let's look
What's
him up.
that? Yeah. Sam, we're talking about child support. Sam, what you think? What you think? Elon Musk got 400 billion.
So this guy is a Russian-born technology entrepreneur, CEO of
Oh
Telegram. Oh,
yeah.
Telegram is a big app, by the way,
Wait, no,
for
didn't the UK arrested him?
foreigners. So what's the estimated net worth of 17.1 billion?
Oh, he got 106 kids.
What? Oh, damn.
That's what Hassan just put in the chat.
Yeah, he's right. I just saw it right here too. He has fathered over 100 children through sperm donation and plans to divide his fortune among them. Wow.
Yeah, this
That's
guy's weird. You know, he's on house arrest right now.
wow, that's a lot of kids. I didn't even
Sam
know.
said, "Damn,
So he must have made it purposeful to he purposely did that so he could have more kids. Because usually as a sperm donor, it's like anonymous. You know what I mean?
bro, this is on that like birth rate shit." You
Yeah,
know,
he should
Elon
have
was on
more
that shit.
kids.
This boy's on that shit too. I'm telling you, all the hot guys in town are doing it, man.
No, all the super rich people. I mean, even Elon believes in this because some of the one of the ones that he had, the last kid that he had with that girl, he was just a sperm donor. He didn't actually have sex with her. He donated his sperm, and that's how he had his last kid. I forgot the name of his kid.
Bruh, come on. If I'm gonna have a fucking kid, I gotta get in there. I can't be like fucking injecting that shit. That shit lame, bro.
Yo, Hassan says I'm just trying to get a Samsung Z Flip, and these MFs have 100 kids. Yo, 17.1. My God, they each gonna get if that holds, that's about 171 million dollars per each kid. If we just divide 17.1 by 100, so those kids came up. That's the best sperm donation you ever got. That's incredible. My
That
God.
ROI is crazy. That profit margin is crazy, son. Yo, that's the highest net income profit margin we've seen all week, son.
Damn, that's crazy, dog.
Bro, this
Child
goes into
support.
that whole wealth inequality though. Look how much like his kids are gonna be so much ahead versus
Yeah,
like the average person's kid. You know what I mean?
he's definitely spreading his wealth. That's that's something.
I mean, we saw Nike's founder gave a bunch of stocks to his kid, right? We saw it through a trust um, when we looked at Nike,
Right. In
even with the
2021.
LVHM, half of the company is owned by the company, so the wealth it just stays concentrated. They are creating the wealth in imbalance. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, he's kind of actually making it more equal. It's better to have 100 people with 171 million than one person with 17.1 billion.
But Steve, you know that's worth right now. By the time he dies, how much is this shit gonna be worth?
Yeah, it's probably going to be more. Yeah.
Way more, not just a
Yeah.
little bit.
But we can't be crying about this. This guy made his money, right? Especially if he's like self-made. We cannot be saying, "Oh, this guy." Like, if you inherited, maybe if those kids inherited, but if one person worked hard to get their money, we can't complain about. Oh, it's then you better bust your ass too and make that kind of change for your family. You know,
No, I agree with you, but shouldn't Telegram be paying more when there's so much money around? This is what I'm trying to say.
Telegram paying more to who?
No, to its employees.
No, bro. Like, this old thing about like looking at other people's money, right? Like, especially we look at corporations and we say, "Oh, they should pay more money." But I bet you, if you found a deal, right, on marketplace, and a guy is trying to sell something for $200, you try, even if let's say you have a lot of money in your pocket, you still try to get a deal and pay less. But let's say that person still needs the money. You don't care. People want to get the best price for themselves. But when we're talking about corporations, we say, oh, hold on, they got a lot of money. Why don't they pay a little extra here, a little extra there? No. No, that's not how it works. That's not how anybody is wired.
But
You made
listen,
your
okay,
money.
I get what you're saying. I agree with you. Like, but this is the big but.
Hmm.
I don't want these people to claim they are leaders in our society.
Who's claiming they are leaders?
All these guys. I mean, we're talking about Chase Bank, all these tech people. They feel like they are leaders in American society.
But listen, they are leaders because they're creating jobs.
No, no, no. But they feel like no, no, no. If you're a leader, right? If you're a leader of your family, Steve, right?
Right.
If you're a leader of your family,
Right.
aren't you making sure everybody is taken care of? Isn't that the
Yeah.
point of a leader?
Facts. Yes.
Okay. So if we look at some of these companies like a Walmart CEO or Amazon or something like this,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
There's so many Amazon workers that really can't
Right.
live a decent life
Right.
with the wages that Mr. Bezos is giving them.
Right.
So he's not a good leader then.
No, no, no. But listen, it's up to the individuals to say, as I think we have to put responsibility on ourselves and say, yo, I shouldn't be accepting this job at this much. And this is why we go back to the, labor unions, that people need to come together. Like if Walmart people think, yo, you're not getting paid enough money, you don't even qualify for medical coverage, they need to come together and be like, yo, we need to get paid
They
more.
try, Steve. They try to unionize. Walmart shuts it down. You know, Walmart is way more powerful, and the politicians
But
are not helping in any way, shape, or form.
it's not
The
the
politicians
company's
are on the corporation
responsibility.
side. I'm just saying. I just want at least people, us to know, us all us regular folks to know. Don't think nobody's out here looking out for you in any way, shape, or form. It's all a
But
big lie.
AB, but I
Isn't
want
it? Isn't it true?
you,
Though? It's a lie. It's a big all lie. It's all a lie.
but I want
No one
you are
cares about your
contradicting yourself,
well-being in
right?
any way, shape, or form. Huh?
But you are contradicting yourself, right? On one hand, you mentioned states or government should not impose how much a person should get paid for child support. You said it's my money. Nobody should tell me how to pay and how much to pay for my kids. You made that point.
No,
But then on the
I
other
do, but I'm
hand,
not talking
you're
about a law,
saying,
Steve. Hold on. Let me clarify. I'm not talking about a law. Hold on. Let me get into it. I'm not
yeah,
talking about a law. I'm not talking about a law.
right,
Okay.
right,
First of all, the tax system is fucked up. We've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen
yeah,
it. These corporations are paying
yes,
less than the average person. So that's already fucked up.
fact,
Okay. That's
yes,
one. Two,
mm,
Donnie, Mr. Donnie, he thinks he's the big deal maker, right? And he cares about the people, all this other stuff, and all these CEOs are his buddies, right? That's what he
yeah,
claims, right? Why don't he call
hmm,
Mr. Bezos and say, "Hey, bro, I'm not gonna put a law on it, but why ain't you paying your peoples? I'm looking at this shit. Why you not paying him? Why he's not shaming him? Why he's not? You know what I mean? Like, yo, why? Where's the leadership? Where's the leadership? If you say I'm here to make change for the American people, where are your efforts? What you're doing is you're reducing tax rate for the corporations. That's helping the corporations. They give you a little thing. They say we're gonna cut your taxes by little. We're gonna not tax tips. So you thinking he's helping you, but 90% of that big beautiful bill was for the corporations and his rich buddies.
right,
There's no leadership. There is no leadership. There is no one getting up and be like, you know what? Let me see if I can negotiate some good deals for the people that are just working like average people that they're not politically involved. They don't really know what to do. They wake up, they go to work 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week. They're useful to society. Plumbers, your maintenance guy at your apartment. That guy doesn't know anything about fucking how the government works and all this other shit. That's what these
hmm.
politicians are supposed to do, is trying to negotiate the stuff for that person. But they don't. This is what I'm saying.
So I think we got to put tax rates aside because I agree with you. With the tax rates, it is more favorable to corporate entities. That's a different aside point, right? But what I'm saying is, if a person made a company and they're employing people, they're already benefiting society just by employing people, right?
What? So they're not homeless? The fucking guy's not
Yes,
homeless. That's basically
yes.
what it is.
I mean,
You're not homeless. So you just take the
yes.
scraps. Okay, let's not. Okay,
Hold
let's
on, hold
stop
on, hold on.
bullshitting. Let's stop
Let's keep
bullshitting.
it
Talking
real though.
about
Hold on.
America, the great country. Oh my God, we're so good.
But hold on. We got to keep it in perspective. We haven't created a company and hired people. So how are we going to judge people that
No,
have
it's
done
not
that?
about judging, bro. Like I said, my big point, Steve, I want you to take away
Yes.
is these people wake up thinking they are the leaders.
They
They
are the
are.
leaders.
How
They
are you the leader when motherfucker, the person that works for you can't even pay fucking rent?
bro,
Can't even pay a fucking rent in the fucking society where he lives at. Can't even pay
listen.
the damn rent.
Hold
Can't
on,
even.
hold on, hold
How's
on,
that a
hold
fucking
on.
leader?
Hold on. First of all, there's minimum wages set by it's a government responsibility.
Oh my God, here we go. I'm
Anybody's
not talking about
responsibility.
government, Steve. I'm not talking about government.
No.
Don't
But
run
I'm
away.
trying to
Don't
tell
run
you. I know.
away.
Listen, I already heard your point. What I'm trying to tell you is you trying to put the onus on the company to be like, hold on, I see my people are not making money, and therefore I should raise. Yeah, ideally you should. I'm not saying like morally you should, but there
It's
is
not
no.
about morally. Stop saying you're a fucking leader. I'm not talking about that.
But
Okay,
they
look at
are
Ben and
leaders,
Jerry's. Look at
though.
Ben and Jerry's. Look at Ben and Jerry's. They motherfuckers are they like, you know what? We need to pay my peoples a livable wage. We're not talking about fancy
That's a good
stuff.
company. I agree with you. Listen, there's companies
More
that pay.
companies need to be Ben and Jerry type shit.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you though, it shouldn't be a mandate. What I'm saying to you
I
is,
didn't say a mandate, Steve. Don't try to
but what I'm
don't try
saying
to
is,
put
you're
words in my.
no. But you're calling them. They're not leaders. If you're saying they're not leaders, you're essentially mandating if
You
they don't pay
agreed
their
with me
people.
with the definition of a leader is making sure your people are taken care of. Jeff
But I'm
Bezos is not making sure his people are taken care of. That's the problem. Walmart, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about their employees. Bro, there's an Amazon story of motherfuckers having to pee in their
yeah.
pants and
I heard
shit.
that. I heard no,
Look
no.
at
I hear
that,
you. Okay,
bro.
so
Come on.
all right,
What
so
did they do, bro? What did these fucking rich motherfuckers do? They go start a fucking rocket company to go to the fucking Mars and shit. Who gives a fuck about Mars, motherfucker? In your own company can't even pay fucking rent. This is the kind of bullshit. But nobody, bro. This is you are like, well, it's capitalism. What are you gonna do? They started a company. You know what I
yes,
mean? They made the money. What are you gonna do? But where is the energy? Where is the fire? Okay, if we're gonna just take it like that, just fuck it, fuck the everything and just shut it
I just
down.
want you listen, I just don't want you to contradict yourself, right? This is what I'm saying, right?
It's not. I'm not.
You are
Where's the
contradicting yourself because
contradiction? Where?
no, hold on. We were just talking about being woke and stuff the other day, right? This whole woke thing, and then now today you're saying these companies should pay more money to their employees, which I agree with you. I'm not saying I don't disagree, but you're contradicting yourself because what happens in America if they say, hold up, if I'm paying too much in labor over here, I'm gonna take it overseas. I'm not paying. If I
You're
got
not gonna get. Let me
hold
tell
on,
you.
hold on.
I'll show you.
If I'm
I'll give.
paying,
I
if
got a
I'm paying,
rebuttal for
hold on,
that. I got a
let me
rebuttal
talk
for that.
now. If you pay $30 an hour over here, and I could get a guy from India for $5, why the hell would I still employ you? This is a global economy now. We got to take that in perspective too.
I got a rebuttal. You ready? I got the
No, I'm
rebuttal.
not. No. Let me just make my point, and then you could rebut. You've been rebutting the whole time.
Hold on. Let me see some of these comments. What are you talking about?
So what I'm saying is, we cannot say companies are not leaders and whatnot. When they're creating jobs, they're the reasons people are able to pay their rent. Nonetheless, maybe they might not be living the best life that they're living. At the end of the day, if people are not happy, we have to come together, whether it's through labor unions or whether advocating through your local politician to say, yo, you got to do something. But it's not a company's responsibility. Ideally, a great company should take care of their employees.
Why
They
are you
should pay
talking
them.
about
Hold
ideally,
on.
bro?
They should
These
pay them
people,
good
these
money,
people are
and that's
Americans.
what
Why are you talking about
separates
ideally?
the
Why
good
do you make it seem
companies
like these things
from
are
a
like
great
impossible
company.
to get?
But you know what I'm saying? That's the difference, right? Yeah, there's great companies. Ben and Jerry's, you mentioned it. Boom, great company. They pay good money. Boom, boom, boom. But it doesn't mean that these other people are not leaders when they employ hundreds of thousands of people.
Steve, 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 you want to do a quick example? I have an idea. I don't know if you want to do this.
What's the example?
Okay, so I want O'Reilly's. Okay, for
Yes.
example, we can take somebody like O'Reilly's. I think they're headquartered in St. Louis, Missouri, or some shit like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Can you Google that for me, please?
For what?
I
What
want
are
to
you doing
do
for?
like I want to do like a worker in St. Louis, Missouri that works at the O'Reilly store, how much they make on median, and then we're gonna see what the CEO makes, and he's just down the street from him, and the
Yes.
kind of life they live in that same town. This motherfucker probably lives 20, 30 minutes away from this guy, but this guy wakes up and has no fucks about that guy who works in at the fucking store. That's
Okay.
fucked up. That's
No, no,
bullshit.
no.
That's not
Listen, if we're
leadership.
talking about
Fuck that guy.
that's what I'm saying. We go on different topics. CEO salaries, I agree with you. They're like 100, 200 times what the regular employee makes. But
It's the
that's a
same
different
thing.
story.
It's the same thing, dude.
No, it's
It's
not.
the same thing because look, who sets like the founder Jeff Bezos is involved in the compensation structure at his company. He can make changes if he wants.
And even
He
if you
was
do
woke.
want to make a change, right, as a CEO, you cannot make this. It's a publicly traded company. He cannot just say, he could maybe propose it. He doesn't even have, if you have full ownership, you can make a change like that, but you can't just raise a salary like that. You would need the board to approve it.
They
It's
have
not an
the money
easy
though. They
decision.
have the money, Steve. We've looked at it. These motherfuckers have the cash. We've looked at these companies.
Yes,
They got the cash. And
yes,
what they do with the cash, instead of paying the people, they go buy fucking companies. They go buy
yes,
companies
yes.
and they do R&D and that shit. I'm just letting us, the people here, know these motherfuckers don't give a shit about you. If
They
you
don't.
go tomorrow and ask for a 20% raise, they'll say, fuck you. No. And then, bro, this
Yes.
happened to me when I was working at the oil and gas company, right? I'll give you an example. Okay. Just to make a point here. I was there, like, when you get hired, right? They have a little presentation for you.
Jake
Oh,
is in
Jake.
there.
Yeah, we even got Jake commenting. We got Jake. Like, we haven't had Jake in a while. And my boy's like, facts. Okay, let me give you an example of how much these
Mhm.
companies don't give a fuck about you, and it's all bullshit, right? When I got hired on, they played a little video. They talking about, we care about your growth in this company, X, Y, and Z, la 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 la, right? Okay, cool. Fast forward, there was this certification that was prevalent to my role at the company.
Mhm.
Okay. I put the cost together and everything and put a justification why it's good and all this other stuff, right? And it was only like $1,300, something like that. Something small.
Mhm.
Bruh, send that motherfucker over to my manager, company X, Y, and Z will not pay for this shit. I got that fucking reply within 20 minutes, no explanation. Why or nothing. Okay?
Mhm.
This happened on a Friday, whatever, or Thursday, something. I come to work on Monday, right? X, Y, and Z company buys X, Y, and Z company for $300 million, $400 million. And I'm like, you don't even want to give me $1,300, but you got money to spend over here for buying a company at $400 million
Right.
just to make the point they don't care.
No, they don't. That's
They're
a fact.
always like we talked about it yesterday, maximizing shareholder
Shareholder value. That's
value.
the number one thing that companies worry about is maximizing shareholder value. They don't care about you. That's a fact. And that's my point too, is because that's not their goal. Their goal is to make more money. And if we look at that goal, based on that goal, because if your number one goal is to make as much money as possible, at that point, it is
But do
not your
you agree with
responsibility.
the goal?
Ideally,
Do you agree with the goal? You personally, Steve, or do you agree with the goal? Yes or
I
no?
don't.
We need an
I
answer.
don't. I don't think. I don't agree
Okay.
with the goal. I don't.
Okay. So we the people don't agree with the goal. Okay,
I
hold
agree.
on, hold on, hold on. Don't go off on me. All right. We the people don't agree on this goal, right? And these
Right.
politicians have a lot of pull with this, not the law, but like just calling
Mhm.
Trump, all these presidents, they talk about I got pool, I got negotiation game, this and that and the third. Why isn't Donnie calling Bezos and all these other people like, yo, pay these people more? They don't do it. Why? Because they're all part of the same class.
Oh,
They're all
100%.
hanging out in the same class and they are trying to
Right.
impress each other and all this kind of stuff. Okay,
Right.
bro. Look, I
So
came up
where's
with
the
a three.
solution coming from? Hold on. Where's the
This,
solution coming from?
this,
Because we're
huh?
all stating the same things. that everybody has said. Like this is rhetoric that people like, and I agree with you. But what's the solution? You know what
Well,
I'm
we already
saying?
talked
These
about
are
this. We already talked about the
common known
solution.
things.
Well, okay. Well, this is where I come in. Let me give you my kind of take. Right. I think there's three
Okay.
classes in our society. Okay. There's three classes, and I think people really need to know. This is AB's theory. This is not facts or anything. This is just
Yeah,
me
yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
There's the homeless.
Yep.
There's the not homeless, and then there's the wealthy.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're not homeless, I don't think anybody watching in here is not homeless. Hopefully, if you're homeless, you got
Right.
an internet connection. That's a
You got
different
at least a
story.
good internet connection to watch us.
Yeah,
You're on the right track. You're watching the profit report, guys. You're on the
yeah. I
right
mean,
track.
I was, let us know how's the temperature where you're at. You know what I mean? Like, let us know if you got a blanket. Like, you know, make sure you give a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying?
And let us
Send
know if
some
you
of that.
agree with the three classes that AB just proposed as well. Let us know your thoughts, the three classes. But go on, my brother. Finish your theory.
Three classes, right? Homeless, not homeless,
Hmm.
wealthy. Okay,
Hmm.
so all right, we're now wealthy. That's it's hard to obviously say what's wealthy, but to me, wealthy is like millions of dollars. I would say a million plus
Okay.
stuff like that, right? Now, if you're not actively working to get to that wealthy group, you are just gonna basically hang out, not be homeless, and die. All of us. If you're not actively working on it, you're just gonna hang out. You're gonna go to work. I mean, you might get a week or two every year where you take a break from work. You're not really going on vacation. You're just taking break from work. When motherfuckers go for a
Right.
week, well, we go for a week to like a little resort, and we like, oh yeah, man, oh yeah, living the life. You're just getting a little taste of that wealth, and then you come right back to work. You're just taking a break from work. That's all. That's all it is. You're not really
Hmm.
enjoying life. And then you're right back to the plantation. Okay, we all know this. There are Jake says there are only the sips and alpha males. Those are the only classes.
At least Hassan agrees with you. Three classes is real. Roof over your head is the bare minimum. So you got one guy at least in
Exactly.
agreement.
The non-homeless is like, well, I got my bills paid, right? We all talking about I got my bills paid. My bills paid. I'm good. My bills paid. That means, bro, like, bro, we're not working on your wealth, bro. You're gonna be just hanging around, and then you're out. You're out of there.
Uh-huh.
So that's my big take.
So what's the solution though? You
Oh, the
just
solution. The
defined
solution. You
the
got to work
class.
on your wealth. You got to work on your wealth. That's the
Okay.
solution. You
Yes.
got to work on your wealth. If you're not wagey life, yeah, I think he's our wagey. Yeah, man, it's like if you don't have a plan and you're not actively working on your wealth week in week out, you are at danger of just not being homeless and just that was it. That's gonna be your story out here. So we all know these corporations don't give a fuck about you. That's why you should
Yes.
always look for another job. Always ask for a raise. Fuck them. They always got the money. Guys, they always got the money. We just saw Mark Zuckerberg pay that dude like $100 million to come over to Meta. Did you see
Yeah.
that?
I saw actually a recent article where they offered $1 billion in package to this other company. Yes, it was a Wall Street Journal article. Let me see if I actually could pull it up. It just came out today. Let's see if I have Wall Street's on here.
Jake says one job is too close to no job. Yeah, yeah. Facts, facts, facts. The solution is to do the opposite of what they tell you. Play their game. Don't keep up with the competition. Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, but just imagine the prescription, what they tell people to do, right? Hey, come to work 5 out of the 7 days a week for 50 out of the 52 weeks for 40, 50 years. Sounds like a good deal, right? Let's make a deal, guys. That's the freaking offer. That's the offer on the table, and they tell you that's okay.
Hold on. Why you can still talk about your theory. I'm gonna find that article where what Zuckerberg offered. You know what? I probably could
I
find it.
mean, it just nobody ever thinks about it like that because people think, oh man, you know what I mean? I'll go to an all inclusive in Cancun for a week. Like, hey, I'm living life. I'm living all right. I'm doing all right. No, man, you just that's just distraction. Actually, that's actually more distraction and a smoke screen more than anything else. You know what I mean? You take a little trip down to Miami. You know, you live it up for a couple of days. You're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm living life.
But look at this right here. This just came out. Multiple sources indicate that Mark Zuckerberg offered a pay package potentially worth up to $1.5 billion to Andrew Tuloch, a co-founder of the AI startup Thinking Machines Lab. So they Meta first tried to acquire this company, and then they said no to them. So then he tried to get the co-founder to work for him and offered him a package that big, $1.5 billion.
And I'm sure Meta had a layoff recently, right?
Oh, they did. They had it early this year,
So
and
you
they
see
had
what I
more.
mean? You see
They
the
had a
two
whole bunch
stories,
of.
and obviously they'll come back to value, right? They'll come back to value. This is the big word for all these people: value. You got to bring value.
You do though.
Very vague word, very fucking vague word. Okay, let me tell you something. You're fucking the guy that's maintenance at your apartment, that motherfucker is valuable as fuck. Your bathroom is backed up. That's the most valuable man in the whole goddamn complex, right? Does that guy
Mhm.
pay? Does that guy get paid anything? No. So how the fuck do you how do you make sense of that? It's all
Supply
bullshit.
and
It's all
demand,
made up,
man.
huh?
Supply
No,
and
but
demand.
it's bro, it's Steve. It's made up. It's
No, it's
made
not.
up.
It's not, bro. I
How do
think
you fucking just how do you
it's
okay,
supply and
Steve,
demand.
what is the
Any
science? Steve,
hold
Steve,
on, hold on. Let
listen.
me just ask. Let me answer. You gonna keep talking?
Oh
So
my god,
supply and
supply and
demand.
demand.
Hold
That's the
on, you're gonna keep
dumbest shit.
talking.
Supply and demand is
How are
the
we
most
gonna have
bullshit shit
conversation if
ever
you're just
fucking
gonna
made.
keep talking,
Economics is
bro?
bullshit. Let me tell
You
you
just
something.
keep
Economics is
talking.
fucking
You
bullshit.
can't have a
It's all made up. It's
conversation when
all
you just keep
fugazi. It's all just
talking.
getting it
Brother,
from the fucking air and putting
AB,
it out there in the street. Fuck
AB,
it.
is this a rant or is this a conversation?
Economics is bullshit.
Is
Supply and
this
demand is
a rant?
bullshit. It's
You
all
cannot
made up
say
with some
anything
fucking
that.
motherfuckers.
Oh my God, how are we gonna have a conversation? You just keep ranting. You can't
Sorry,
keep
bro. I
anything
mean,
that disagrees with your point of view as bullshit. No, economics is real. Supply and
economics is
demand.
made up
Hold
by
on,
people.
let me
It's not
finish.
natural
Let me
science,
fit,
bro. It's
bro.
not fucking
Let
gravity.
me finish. How many times you gonna keep talking? A guy that cleans. How many people could clean? You could get a guy off the street to clean. That is not a scarce skill set. If you have a scarce skill set, just like this guy right here, Andrew, when you have a scarce skill set, that's value. The market is willing to pay you
That's psyop.
premium.
That's the fucking matrix poisoning you. Let me tell you why.
No, it's
Listen to me.
not.
Listen to me. Listen to
No.
me. Listen to me. This is how I'll test your theory. Okay. Listen to me. This is how I'll test your theory. Okay.
Go ahead.
If you were living in a fucking apartment, right? And you
Mhm.
had this guy versus your maintenance guy, and one had to die, who are you picking to die?
Hold on. Say it again. This is a
Listen, if you
crazy
were living in a damn
scenario.
apartment, if you were okay, actually, let's say it like this. Let's say it like this. Let's say as a people of Earth, we had to vote.
Yes.
Okay, the tech bros have to go, or the plumbers have to go. Who is going?
Yeah, but that's a
Who's
different
getting kicked
scenario.
off the Earth? No, no, no. Answer the question. Who's
No,
getting kicked off the Earth?
bro, that's first of all, we have to take so many things in consideration before we
No,
make
I'm
that
asking
decision.
you. I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I need more information. I cannot just decide, bro, off the bat on those two. What is
What more
important?
information do you need?
No, no, no.
Answer
I
the
would need.
question.
Hold on. That's like I said, supply and demand, right? At that point in time, if there's a demand for plumbers, of
I'm
course,
asking you right now, Steve. Don't
I know,
fucking get into theory.
but
I'm
listen,
asking you right now.
you're asking a hypothetical question, but you're not giving a lot of details. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I could just say, but how could I just say plumbers? If there's a need for plumbers, of course I'll pick the plumber.
I'm
But
asking you. I'm
I
asking
know, but
what do you think
you don't
and
give enough
what do you
detail,
think
bro.
most people would pick?
We don't. What do you talk about? Look,
What do you think? What is your reasonable assumption? If you
Hassan
had to
said
guess.
tech bro. Maybe I'll pick the tech bro because he could build me a robot.
No,
So
no,
the
no, no,
night
no. He's saying who's gotta go, who's gotta
I'm not
get kicked off Earth. So you
I'm not
kicking the
kicking off
plumbers
the
out?
tech bro. I'm not kicking off the tech bro. Hell no. I'd
Man, you
rather
crazy, bro. You're gonna have a backed up bathroom, bro. All the fucking plumbers are gone.
brother. Let me tell you this.
How are you gonna take a shit? How are you gonna take a shit?
What are you talking about? I take a shit in the woods. It's
Oh my god,
biodecomposable.
come
I
on,
take a
bro.
shit in the
This
woods.
whole Earth would stop in about 10
No,
days
it
if we
wouldn't.
kicked all the plumbers out.
It
I'm
wouldn't.
telling you,
If
bro.
that's the case, listen, that plumbers would be getting paid a lot much more money.
It should be. I think, bro. At least his stock profile will be. Bro, I'm not talking about stock, bro.
Yo, I'll go. Listen, it doesn't take a genius to create a bathroom. I'll dig up a freaking. I'll go to the woods, dig up a hole. Bam.
No,
That's a
you're not
bathroom.
doing that, Steve. Stop
That's
it.
it.
Stop. That's not a
What
reasonable
do you mean
answer.
people have lived in
That is not a
society for
reasonable
thousands of years
answer. That
using
is
that
not a
method?
reasonable answer, Steve.
What
I
is
live on the 20.
unreasonable? That's not a reasonable answer to you. This is a reasonable
Bro,
answer to
Steve,
me.
Steve, come on. A rational person is not. That's not their answer.
No,
Nobody
let's
on the
not
fucking
assume.
chat is gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna go out in the backyard and take a shit in the backyard. That's not what the
Listen,
motherfuckers are gonna answer.
first of all, nowadays you need more tech people than you need a plumber. Let me just keep it real. Everything is a tech. Look, everything is tech.
If
I
you
can
can't
have this
take a
guy.
shit, there is no tech, bro. You're backed up, son. You can't.
I'm not backed
You
up. I'm telling
can't.
you, we have. Listen, the bathroom is a new innovation, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is modern society. It's clean. Obviously, of course, everybody enjoys a nice
Bro, you
bathroom.
can't take a
But
shower. You can't take a shit.
what are
You
you
can't
talking
fucking do.
about? I'll take a shower in the freaking river. How do people used to do for thousands of years? But
Bro,
let me tell you this: if you
no,
don't have
man.
internet,
Come
if you
on,
don't have
dude. What has AI has done for you? What has AI has
what
done
has
for
AI
you?
has done for you, you go to
Yeah.
the hospital. Let me ask you this: you go
No,
to the
I'm
hospital.
talking about
No,
you.
me, I am trying to tell you. When you go to the hospital, any vital checks is done by a machine. You got to get a CT scan. That's a machine. MRI. My entertainment. TV. That's a machine. Internet. How we are communicating. That's a machine.
I said AI. I said AI.
AI. No, 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 no. Tech includes all that. It's not just AI, my brother.
Bro,
And
if you
AI.
can't take a shit, who cares about your fucking Netflix?
What do you mean
You're
I can
backed
take a
up.
shit? It's just not gonna be a nice bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the woods. I got the leaves.
No,
I'm out
bro.
there in nature.
We're gonna have freaking health problems. Why do you think all those kids in Africa die? Because they don't have fucking bathroom
No, no, no. That's
facilities.
different, bro. We have the knowledge now. You know what I'm saying? I'll take better. You think I
No, the
can't?
plumbers are
No,
gone.
I'll look up a video on YouTube and know how to. I could create a freaking bathroom. Are you serious?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
yes,
so
I
easy. Then I
can.
can do the same thing about
You
fucking
think?
tech bros.
Let me
Then
ask you.
I
Hold on,
can.
hold on. All right, I'm gonna pose the same question to you. Which one is harder to learn? Being an AI, artificial intelligence expert, or a plumbing expert? Which one is harder to learn?
Bro, these boys already
No,
created
no.
the
Can you just
AI.
answer my question though? Can you just answer my
What?
question? Which one is harder to learn?
Which one is
AI
harder to
expert.
learn?
Yeah, let's say I give you an option. Which one is the easier path for you to become an AI expert or a plumbing expert? Which one is
I
easier?
don't know. I don't know about AI,
Oh
bro.
no 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 no! I'm just asking you. Pick just like you
I
gave
don't
me a
know about AI.
scenario. No,
I
just give
don't
me
know
just
about
like you
AI,
gave me a
bro. I
very
don't
limited
know.
information. Which one you think is harder to do to become an AI expert like this guy or plumber Joe, the best plumber? Who you think is gonna have easier to learn? You know how much
Bro,
resources there are to
plumber
become
is
a
not
plumber?
that easy, bro.
You
Plumber
know
is
how
not
many
that
people make
easy.
their own bathroom? You can look up
Dude,
a
I'm
YouTube
not
video,
talking
make a
about.
freaking bathroom,
Look, even
bro.
Jake says tech bro gotta go. He is a tech pro himself.
Listen, that's their
Most
perspective.
tech people are
I'm going
useless,
by.
bro. They don't do
Listen,
nothing. They
I'm going
optimize
by.
1%, and they get it's
There's
absolutely
only
useless,
a
bro.
few
The plumber
experts.
us tech bro can invent a plumbing device. Because of tech, we might
Yes,
not need plumbers. I'm gonna have to go with tech bro. AB got you, bro.
yes, bro, bro. Tech bros.
Plumbing
Listen,
device because we
that's
might need. Bro, somebody
just
still gotta
create.
fucking install this bitch. The tech bro is only on the
Nah,
computer,
bro.
motherfucker.
The robot is gonna install the dog. Got Optimus, dog. Optimus is gonna take. Listen,
Bro,
Optimus is gonna wipe
Optimus
my butt, dog.
can't even fill a fucking popcorn thing without freaking out. Did you see the
Nah,
motherfucker
nah,
try to
nah,
put
nah. That was
popcorn in the thing?
listen. No, that was toddler Optimus, bro. Watch him. You know what I'm saying? We add a little
Oh
bit more
my
AI
lord,
coding
these
into that
fucking
boy.
robots ain't gonna do a
Are you
shit,
crazy?
bro.
Tech is the future. How you even dare to
No,
say that?
tech
This
is
guy got
listen.
you know how many plumbers I
Okay,
could hire with
if we get
1.5
if we
billion?
get rid of Facebook, if we get rid of Facebook and IG tomorrow, would our life be that much different? No, it's
Absolutely,
useless.
yes, it would be. It
How?
would be in
How?
this
How?
generation.
How? No, but I'm
First of all,
saying
you
from
don't
an
need.
actual utility, Steve, of your life.
But listen, utility has changed over the years. These are more important nowadays. No, listen. Obviously, you need the basics.
Because
Let's
somebody
not.
said that's why I say
Obviously,
it's all made up.
but
It's
what I'm saying to
Fugazi.
you is, it's easy to use videos and create plumbing. Like, it's not that, you know what I'm saying? It is hard, but it's not like that hard that somebody could just pick it
Bro,
up like
like we're
a
talking about
guy.
like plumbing, HVAC, all this other stuff, bro. It's not that easy, bro. It's not that easy.
Are you crazy?
If you live on the
You know how long
23rd
it takes you to
floor,
become a plumber? Man, let me tell you, I watch
bro, if you live on the
YouTube videos
23rd
for
floor, your
1 month.
bathroom is backed up and the whole fucking building is backed up, nigga, that is not fucking easy.
I'm watching a YouTube video. I'll fix that, man. It'll take me some time. I'll tell you that. It might take me a few weeks, trial and
Bro, the
error.
whole
I'll fix that.
building,
Are you
there's a
crazy?
whole system for this stuff. We're talking about a whole thousand, like, bro, we're talking about a whole system here.
Listen, if they were that valuable, listen, the market would give them a lot of money. That's how it's
No,
designed,
it's
bro.
all no, bro. You thinking? Look, this is you. Your fucking number one problem is this, Steve. Number one problem.
Why? What's my problem?
You
Tell me your
believe.
problem.
You believe this big lie.
Steve is gonna bring back the plague. Why?
Yes, that's how most
Listen,
people died because we didn't have
I got
bathrooms, son.
Optimus cleaning up. What are you talking about? We got AI, dog.
Man,
What are we
that is
talking
so
about?
far fetched. That's insane.
It is not
Listen,
far fetched, guys. One person got offered
we haven't had
1.5 billion
any
dollar
fucking.
package. Tell me the last plumber that even got a, you know what I'm saying, $1 million package. No, no plumber's getting paid that. So you cannot even
I
compare
know
these
it's
two.
all made up because you
No,
guys,
no,
it's a
it's not.
psyop. No, listen to me. The number one problem with economics is this assumption of like supply and demand, and there's this invisible hand that moves the market. That is the biggest lie ever told. First of all, hold on. Yeah, Aaron the plumber. You know Aaron the plumber? That's bro. We need Aaron the plumber.
You don't need Aaron the plumber. What are you talking? That guy doesn't even look like a plumber. I feel like
Listen,
he can't even fix a bathroom, yo.
listen, Steve. First of all, right? Let's talk about economics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, economics is not like natural sciences. You agree to me with me on that, right? It's not like
Yeah, I mean,
gravity or it's not a natural occurring
it's
thing.
not
So a lot
absolute
of it,
science. It's
huh?
not absolute science. It's not absolute science.
Yeah, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like self like it's not like naturally occurring that we just observed. You know, that's what you do with like physics and all this. We just
Mhm.
observe it, right? Like it exists and we
Yes,
observe it.
yes,
So economics, like I think there is human nature. So I think human nature is kind of like is always there. And then all this stuff got built on top of it. That's what economics is. All
right,
these people came up with ideas and all this other bullshit, right? That's
right.
what it is. It's
Mhm.
all people made bullshit up. Somebody said something. I can say something right now, write a fucking paper, get all these people to be like, oh, that sounds good, da da da. And then it becomes like a thing in economics. It's all made up in a way. It's all made up. It might be based on human nature to a certain degree, but beyond that, the second level is all kind of made up by Keynesian economics, this economics, da da da. It's all kind of made up. So nobody ever, bro. There's a Tucker Carlson interview I want you to watch. It's an economist,
Mhm.
and he talked about all this other stuff. They just got released like I think two
Right.
weeks or a month ago.
Mhm.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Where does money come from?
I don't know.
No, for real. You don't know for real, or you're just playing?
I mean, the Federal Reserve is the one that's
See, that's bullshit.
How is it
Money
bullshit?
gets created when the bank creates a fucking loan. Money is made out of thin air like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how money's made. That whole like fractional banking is bullshit. It's a lie. It doesn't happen. This guy that I told you about on Tucker Carlson proved it. It doesn't happen. Money gets created when a bank creates a fucking loan. So these motherfuckers make money out of thin air just like that. And that's exactly what happened in COVID. They made money out of thin air. They made money out of thin
Yeah,
air.
you
They go
could
in the
print
computer.
money. If we're talking about print money, yeah, you could print.
No,
Yeah,
no, I'm
they
not talking
can-
about printing money. I'm talking about money in the system, electronic. It's just fucking numbers. They go in the fucking computer. Boop, boop, boop. They make money just like that. Just like that. They just boop, boop, and it goes into the system. Now there's new money in the system. That's how this whole thing works. But then you and we, oh, I go to work 8 hours a day. I get me my little money. I go to work. But the other motherfuckers, they playing a different game. They're making money out of thin air via fucking loans. This is a fact.
I don't think we should base our whole theory based on one guy. Money does get created
I agree with
thin
you. I
air.
agree, but this is actually a fact. This is actually a fact. The money gets created when the loan is created, and the bank can create a loan like that. They don't even have to do
Guys,
fractional banking.
let's
Like
look it
that
up,
whole
right?
fractional banking theory is bullshit.
Let's look it up. How is
Bro,
money?
the fucking Matrix is gonna tell you something different. This is the
Oh,
Matrix you're
come
moving
on,
into.
bro.
Come
Don't be one of
on,
those
bro.
guys. Anything that, hold on, we got to be willing to look this up. And if there is a contrary information to what you just been told, be willing to accept it. You cannot just say, oh, it's the Matrix, blah, blah, blah.
It's a
No,
fact, Steve. It's a fact.
no,
How
let's
did
not
all
do
that
that.
money get into the system during COVID? They just put it in the system, Steve.
Listen,
There is no basis for
they
it.
do have an ability to print money. I agree with you with that. But we
No,
cannot
I'm
just
not even talking about physical money, Steve. They just releasing it in the system via loans. That's how the money is created at the banks. I'm talking about Chase. I'm talking Bank of America. I'm not even talking about the Federal
But
Reserve.
AP, what I'm saying is, does it hurt for us to do more research? What I'm saying is, this is
No,
not.
this is
Listen,
okay. No,
this is not my
I'm
wheelhouse.
open. I'm
I
open. I'm
know,
open.
I know about money,
I
but
know
I
this
don't
is
know.
like
All right, so it's made through a combination of physical production and central bank
no,
actions.
you're asking the wrong question. I'm not
What's the
talking about
question we should be
money.
asking? Tell me.
How does money enter in the system? How does
But
you know?
listen, right here though, the Federal Reserve can increase the money supply by purchasing assets, which injects new money into the economy. All right, let's ask this: Can or what's the best way to ask this?
No, ask how does money enter how does money enter the system?
I don't know if that's going to be a good one, but let's see. Government spending, in some cases, quantitative easing by central banks when they extend, effectively adding to the total money supply.
Bank creates money when they extend loans. Bam!
But
Bam!
hold up. You're not making sense. When they extend loan, they still have to give money out. Where's that money coming from?
Out of thin air.
What do you
Bank
mean
can
out of thin?
listen,
Hold on.
Steve,
That doesn't even make no
Steve,
sense.
Steve,
Hold on.
Steve, please read the second
I
fucking
am. I'm
sentence.
saying, but listen, you're just making a statement that this guy repeats, right? I'm just trying to understand what does thin air means because first of all, they would have to do any all banks have to do a 10% deposit for any loans that they have to extend out.
Steve, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That is what you're talking about. It's fractional banking that doesn't exist, Steve. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen,
When banks
can you
make
can you
loans,
pull up,
they
please
create new
go
deposits
back
to the
up to
power
the
supply.
first, go back up to that first
Hold
video,
on.
please.
This increases the total amount of money available in the economy. For example, when someone takes out a mortgage, the bank essentially creates new money in their account to facilitate the purchase. The process is how most money enters the system in modern economies. Let's see.
Exactly what AB said. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said.
Let's see.
Exactly what I just said. And most people don't even know this. They thinking, oh no, the feds create the money. That's a lie. That's not a
AI
truth.
creation platform
This is Google. This is the Matrix
idea.
saying this.
The
This is not
Matrix.
some conspiracy. This is Google's AI
to
saying
them.
this.
This is where money really gets made.
Can you hear the audio?
Just like the goldsmiths,
Yeah.
when a bank gives out a loan, they don't get poorer. They simply type new money into your bank account. It's brand new money that didn't exist before. The only difference is that when you pay it back, the money gets canceled out and the bank only keeps the interest. But with that loan, you paid for a new car, and that money eventually made its way to the employees of the dealership. Then they spent that money, and it continued to create hundreds of new transactions, powering businesses, creating new technologies, and providing us with food. All of this value and productivity would never have happened if new money hadn't entered the system. The problem is that productivity doesn't necessarily increase when we create new money, and that can cause inflation. If society starts producing fewer goods, but more money is added into the system, prices will go up, since there is more competition for fewer goods. Because
I did not know that, so I stand corrected.
You stand
So
corrected. Or I'm right?
how do we manage this loan? How do they manage
I
this
was
loan
right,
then?
right? I was right. What I was saying. I wasn't just a dude screaming. This is a
No, no,
fact.
you're right. When you're right, bro. No, I give it to you. I mean, that's why I wanted
So
to
this
look
is
it up.
look at listen during COVID, right? During COVID, an insane amount of money entered the system. An insane amount of money entered the system, and guess what happened? Like I'm talking about PPPs and all that stuff. All that floated back into the rich people. So the rich people, this is why assets are so expensive these days. So we're talking now. There's a guy named Gary Economics on YouTube. Yeah, I should go check him out. Gary Economics. Okay. So this is why assets are expensive. Gold went through the roof after COVID. This is why houses have went through the roof. In UK, in Singapore and stuff, the average person cannot even imagine to own property because the rich people have to park that money somewhere. So this is why they're now even buying uh, retirement homes. They're buying everything they can. They're gobbling up all the assets. This is why the wealth inequality is going to keep growing because the money goes backs into the rich people and they don't spend it. They can't possibly spend it. They have to invest it, which that means they own assets, stocks, gold, property, uh businesses. Now they're buying up dental offices through PEs. Bro, this is the problem. And we're coming right back to the whole wealth inequality thing. And this is how the whole thing flows.
This is crazy. So how are the bank's loans managed? So they are not creating money from thin air. Doesn't necessarily mean it's out of thin air. It's more about how the existing money supply is expanded and managed with a regulated financial system. So fractional reserve banks operate under a system called fractional reserve banking. When you deposit money into a bank, they're only required to keep a fraction of its reserves either as cash. So, but that does exist because, they have even audits that they do where you have to keep 10% of that, not necessarily
Because
100%. So
they
if you
can
create $1
make
million,
they can make
and then
loans. They can make loans. Not it's not compared to their deposits. That's what I'm saying. It's
no, no,
not.
I agree with you. So they created, so let's say they lend out $1 million, right? And they only have to keep 10%. So 100,000, they would technically have to pay, but the 900,000, we could argue that's thin air. That's,
It's not
there's
your
no, but they would
deposits.
just
They
create it.
making it up. They make yeah. It's not like
No, no,
people
no, I know
think.
what you mean. But what I'm saying is
Yeah,
they're
people
required to give
think like
10%
okay,
of the
every
deposit.
like if we give the bank $1 million to hold it for us, they're gonna take the 900 we gave them and loan it out and get interest on it and da da da. That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
But listen, this is what it says though, right? This means the newly created money is backed by a new asset. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not really thin air per se. You see it right here?
no, but it's not. What's the asset?
The asset is, let's say, a mortgage. Let's say they created a loan, right, for you, $250,000. So they created the money, but at the end of the day, that asset would be the collateral
Yeah, but
That's going to
I
be
mean,
holding
I'm not
the
talking
money.
about that. I'm talking about for the
That's what it
wealthy and
is.
for
Every
the
loan
corporations.
would have a
I'm talking about
collateral.
for the wealthy and the corporations. I'm talking
No, no, but
about
let's be more
those.
specific though, right? Even a corporation, there would be some type of collateral, right?
No, they don't have to.
What do you mean they don't have to? Tell me an example where you don't have to put a collateral up.
So are you saying when Apple borrows money, they have to put up a collateral?
I'm sure they have to show that they have the ability to pay back.
No,
You see
that's
what I'm
what their
saying?
credit rating is all about. Their credit rating
That's
is
what
all
I'm
about.
saying.
That's
That's
what.
what I'm saying though.
But it's not collateral. It's not
No, no, it's
collateral.
not collateral, but there's
It's
sometimes
not
collateral.
collateral.
But in this case, like a personal loan, there's no collateral, so they could just create it. But then the
Yeah,
IOU, there's an
exactly.
IOU. You get what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
that's
So
not an asset. I mean,
it's
that's
not really
technically
thin
an.
air per se. I guess you could argue one way or another, but there is some type of way of that money getting
Ain't
back.
nothing, bro. They once they put that motherfucker in the system, that's new money, and it's
Agreed,
in it
agreed. But what I'm
enters
saying
the
though is
system.
there is a
It
liability to
enters
pay
the
it back.
system like PPP. Listen, like COVID, right? PPP. There was no collateral. It was just boom, 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 boom. It was just released, and then
No,
most people end up spending it. Hmm?
that part I agree with you. No, when the government does that, that is thin air. That
No,
is
but those, no,
definitely crazy.
But Steve, the bank loaned those. They were backed by the
Right,
government. The bank loaned
right, right,
those.
right, right, right. Yeah, that one
Okay.
is. I
So,
agree with
and
that.
that PPP money eventually filtered up to the rich, and they take it and they buy assets with it. This is why housing is insane because they gobbling up apartments, they doing all this stuff. Gold went through the roof
Yeah,
during
it did.
COVID.
I mean,
During COVID, because they didn't know where to park this money that they got. You know, they have to make money on it. They can't just let it sit in the damn credit. I mean, bank account. We already seen that even with these corporations, they invested. So that's why even the stock market went through the roof. Even right now, S&P is like super fucking over valued. Really, it's a bubble.
no, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, of course, they do create that money. So the same thing what they do with bonds, right? So I wanted to kind of actually support your point because, and I'm gonna show you this is the
Guys,
United
what do y'all
States
think,
budget.
man? Is AB cooking? Say AB is cooking. Put a chef emoji down there. AB is cooking, baby. Let them know. Am I breaking news? I mean, like, come on, man. I know that I look like the guy with the foil hat of conspiracy, but no, this is for reals.
I'm gonna go to the budget so you guys could see also how much you pay as an individual and how much corporations pay, and then from there we're gonna see the deficit and you're gonna see how they fund the rest of the money. It just initially talks about the different departments, but it's gonna come up to the budget real quick.
Jay got that. Get Jig that dropping that 10 chef emoji. Look
Chefing
at
up over here. AB fried rice.
yeah, yeah. But I don't think most people know this. But you know what I mean. So like, so when
No,
you're
I mean
doing this,
I didn't know either.
and Steve, that's the scary part. We're in finance. We're the financial people here.
Yeah, I mean I my knowledge on banking is really limited. So this is you know knowledge for me as well. Yeah, I mean not a lot of people know
I
about
mean,
how the
and then we don't even want to get into the whole like bankruptcy thing. All these companies, they borrow the money and then they go to the bankruptcy, restructuring, pay debts
yes.
on the dollar. Like this is why it's like we gotta learn this game that they're playing. This is the game that they're playing. That they don't tell you that. They tell you, oh, go be a blue collar worker and this and that and da 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 da. But they're not being a blue collar worker. You know this is why I hate politicians, bro. They tell you go be a blue collar worker. It's a good job, right? How come they don't tell their fucking kids to be a blue collar worker? If it's so fucking good, why ain't you telling your kids? Where is Donnie Jr. with a fucking a screw fucking whatever doing some fucking blue collar work? Where is Obama's kids doing some blue collar work? It's all a bunch of bullshit. They play a different game, but they don't tell you that. They don't tell you what the game they're playing. So Obama's kid, right? For example, Obama's kid, she made a movie. She went and made a movie.
Yeah, she was a producer. Even Obama's a producer now with Michelle. They produced a
Exactly.
few.
They went and got a podcast deal, right? What is that? That's an asset that's gonna produce more until infinity. They even making money while they sleep on the podcast. Even the movie residuals. That's the game they play. But they tell you to go be a fucking plumber. They go tell you to be a fucking blue collar worker. Oh yeah, great American jobs. Go be a fucking making. Da, 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 da. It's all bullshit. They don't do it. If it's so good, where's the fucking politicians' kids being plumbers and blue collar workers? It's a bunch of bullshit. They're
So what?
liars.
So what are you
They're
telling the
fucking
people to
liars,
do, AB? They got to create their own business, right?
bro. I mean, what do you think? Like, bro, this is like us attempting to do the fucking YouTube shit, right?
Yeah, no
Like,
facts.
this is like example number one. So everybody in here needs to go in there and make some fucking content out there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, we're all trying to figure it out, but it ain't fucking being a plumber. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They all own businesses. They own something, an asset that's fucking income producing in some way,
So
shape, or form.
so I want to show as well for you guys, right? This is the
Yeah,
federal
joining the
budget.
army. That's another bullshit. Joining the fucking army. Oh my god. Oh.
So just to make a quick point, right, about how we are funding the government, right? This is the U.S. federal budget of 2025. So the government runs from September 30 to September 30. So this is gonna run until September 30. But look at right here, right? Receipts is the what money gets that the government gets. Look at our individual income taxes. This is $2 trillion, by the way, in 2023. About $2.5 trillion received from individual income taxes. Look at corporations, 420 billion, 613 billion. So the powerhouse or the ones that are contributing to the government is mostly individual taxpayers. Look at that. But then now to AB's point about money being fabricated out of nowhere, outlays means expenses. This is the total outlays. This is $6.1 trillion right here in 2023, 6.9 trillion in 2024. But look at the receipts. This means the amount of money that they're getting from corporation, from individuals, all these other taxes that they're doing. $5
Mhm.
trillion. Look at the deficit. There's a
What's the deficit?
1.8.
What's the deficit, Steve? The difference between how much came in and how much got spent.
Yes.
That's the
This
deficit.
this is
So
a
when they
loss
talk about
assumption.
deficit on CNN, that's what that means, guys.
That's what the deficit means, guys. So they have a 1 point in 2024 and in 2025. So we're looking at 2025, $1.7 trillion that they're in deficit. That means they're not receiving enough money to pay for these expenses. So when that happens, they US Treasury bonds, they issue those. That's thin air right there. And they sell it to investors. And that's how they make their money. And then they just create more debt. But if you
U.S.
notice,
Treasury, aka out of thin air, like you just went
out
whoop,
of thin air, this is
and
thin
just
air right
release it
here.
in the system. Bam. How much did they do? How many did they tell you how many they did this year? How much of that treasury bond they put? Did they say?
So look right here. So this is 1.7. So they had a deficit of 1.7 trillion. So
That
in
had to come from somewhere.
yeah, that's from bonds. And then just the interest alone, net interest right here is $965 billion. That's just interest. And then now if we go back,
Even the interest gets paid out of thin air.
well, the interest gets paid from real money. That does get paid from real money, but the loan is fabricated money. They just keep selling bonds. Um, so we're spending. If we looked at the U.S. government as like an individual, it's like a guy that's making $100,000, but has a bill of 200,000 every year, and this guy just keeps spending money. You're like, yo, reduce your expenses. It's like no. And then if you look at the top line items, look at defense. $900 billion in 2025.
That's a bunch of soldiers all around the world just hanging out in Germany and Korea and shit, doing
Don't
nothing.
say that to the soldiers. Don't say that, that's not the biggest spending. And so it's the weapons. And we got to do a weapons week because you know how much it costs to make a F-35 or any of these airplanes. It is
half a
extremely
trillion,
expensive.
500 billion.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know he's trying to build a dome too. Like you know how Israel has the Iron Dome. You know the thing that protects them from missile attacks. You know Trump is trying to do the same thing in America. It's going to cost like 170 billion, something like that. How much?
But then you got people, but you were arguing with me earlier, like people can't even pay their rent and nobody's caring out for you. Nobody cares out for you. Nobody's out
But
here.
that's what I'm saying. It's a government responsibility. That's what I was trying to say, though, not a company's responsibility. That was my whole argument. Is
But the like
it should
Trump
be the
got
government's
pulled. Trump got
responsibility.
pulled. He can call these CEOs and say, "Shame on you,
Yeah.
American company X, Y,
Yes.
and Z. This is not right."
That's
That bro, the whole like Bernie Sanders, he talked about livable wage, and they all everybody went at him. Socialist, communist. This guy wants to destroy America. This like
yeah. So the Golden Dome will cost around 175 billion. The one that Trump is proposing. But yeah, guys, the government don't care about you. Companies don't care about you. Worry about yourself. Create your own business.
they won't fight, but you're not a patriot or if you don't. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bro, if there's a war, the first people I need to see in the first row are Don Jr., all the kids of Trump, Obama, all the senators. If they not in the front line, I'm not going, bro. I'm not going. You know, they got poor
They're
kids
gonna
from
put you.
Mississippi and Alabama and shit. I'm
They're
a
gonna put
patriot.
your
I'm gonna
ass
give
to
them.
jail.
Man,
They're gonna
fuck
put you to
you, bro.
jail.
Man, bro, Muhammad
They're
Ali,
gonna
that
put your
boy
ass to
is
jail.
like, fuck Muhammad Ali. My boy's like, I'm not going over there and killing some Chinaman. He's like, that boy did that
Yeah,
nothing to me. Did that nothing to me.
but I mean, I agree with you. Whoever issues the war should be also involved. Politicians issues the war, and then the soldiers fight it. It's not right. It's
Bro,
definitely not right.
I mean, guys, you guys enjoying this ranting and raving? Yeah, enjoying this ranting and raving,
AB,
this open panel?
I I think they like it, man. They chefing up. Look at you got some few chef up. Y'all souping up AB over here. Look at this. He is motivated now. He's cheesing, my boy, cheesing out here.
Bro, I mean,
I'm feeling it, bro.
I don't think like the wealth, bro, wealth inequality is so bad out here, and I don't think people know. And it's like, bro, housing is so unaffordable nowadays. The average
Yeah.
earner, they can't even dream to own a home these days, you know? And it's
No, they
because of this
can't.
whole
I
wealth
mean,
inequality. These people are not paying enough when they have the cash. These companies have the cash, they're just not giving it to you. They have the cash, they're just not giving it to you because whatever. They want to make more money. They don't care about you if you buy a house or whatever. So the whole society is gonna collapse because okay, I can't raise kids, I can't buy a house. Why would I get married and have kids and all this other stuff? That's it. I mean, you're gonna have a collapse of society. How the hell are you gonna continue if people are not having kids because they can't afford it, and etc. 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 It goes on and on and on. And it's not like you know what's sad? America is still a deal compared to the rest of the world.
oh
It's
yeah.
worse in the
Oh, for
UK.
sure.
It's worse in France. It's worse in Germany. It's worse in Singapore. So this is a worldwide issue. You actually have it the best in the US. Affordability and so the rest of the world, like if you live in India, like the idea of you buying a house is like not even
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
possible. Like if you live in like Bangladesh or something, like 99% of people, they can't even think to own anything.
Yeah, I mean
Singapore, everybody's living in 300 square feet
right.
closets.
Yeah, I mean the housing issue is worldwide, in Africa and everywhere. People are struggling everywhere. So yeah, it's tough.
But so don't tell me you're a fucking leader. Don't come on my fucking screen with your little suit, fucking what's his name from Chase? Jamie Dimon,
Oh, Jamie
whatever.
Dimon.
fucking people with 30% interest rates. You fucking bozo. Oh, that's corporation. We're here to make. I get it. I get it. I get the whole. Don't even hit me with that shit. I know. I know. But you're not a fucking American. You're not a fucking leader. You're a fucking blood sucking vulture. Fuck you. And I think that we should cancel Chase. This profit report, we should work on canceling Chase and
You're
moving
crazy, bro.
every Chase customer to somebody that's only going to charge them 10% instead of 30%. No, I really
Listen,
do. I really wish one day I can get to that powerful position where I can make those kind of changes. I really do. Shame, guilt, trip, like move the customer around, cancel them, whatever it takes, because it's unbelievable. 30% interest rate is criminal.
so then you think government should be involved in mandating that and saying this is too
Should
high of an
government be
interest?
involved? I mean, I don't believe in government getting involved, honestly.
Ally Bank. I'm a fan of Ally Bank, by the way. That's actually how I got my financing for my car. Shout out to Ally Bank.
But bro, it's criminal, bro. Like fucking. But then Jamie Dimon, he goes on TV like, great American business leader. Let's hear what he has to say. But he's fucking his own people. Let's okay. This is another big point that I want to make. If
Mhm.
we say we are society, even this whole idea of society is bullshit. It's all made up. It's a psyop word to get you to think there's somebody out there looking out for me. That's what the fucking society means. There is no society. There is no society. It's just fucking you, taking your money. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go buy another boat because of your dumb ass paying 30% interest rate. That's what it is. There is no society. There are no leaders. They're all vultures. They will suck every penny from you if they could, and they don't give a fuck.
But let's just talk about solutions, though, right? So, what is the solution, AB?
Don't get into debt. Obviously, don't get into fucking credit card debt. Pay off any credit card debt you have. Don't deal with these motherfuckers at all. Fuck them. Fuck them. They're all vultures. You need to understand who your enemy is. That's step one, bro.
Rebecca says, I think that's why they're going to up some credits for kids. They're trying to incentivize it now. That is true. Hassan says, AB cooking on high heat, oil popping, burning me right now.
Bro,
AB cooking right now. China started credits for kids, right? Oh, let's see. Did China start credits for kids?
dude, it's all trying to get you into the fucking system. Everybody, most people worry about their credit score more than their bank account balance.
Oh, I worry a lot about my credit score for sure.
No, but bro, you own real estate. It's a different type of situation. But I'm saying like the average person is more worried about like improving their credit score than their bank account because they think it's more important. Obviously, more important is having money.
This part I agree. I disagree with you. Actually, credit is more important to me than actual cash. Because if you have availability for credit, you could create wealth for yourself. So that part I would disagree with you.
Steve, I'm not like I'm talking about the average Joe, bro, working
Yes,
at Amazon warehouse. I'm
yes,
talking
average
about that
Joe,
guy.
bro. I think credit
What
is
is
very
that guy?
important.
That guy has credit card debt, $10,000 credit card debt. The median, bro, the credit card debt in this country is $1.2 trillion. What are you talking about?
Yes, yeah. It is.
So
I
we're
mean,
talking
listen.
about
When you're taking credit, though, I'm talking about credit that you could utilize to start a business and stuff like that. I'm not talking about credit for you to spend on, you know what I'm saying,
this is what I'm
purses or
saying. You're
bags
you're
or things
talking
that
about
are
you're
not gonna
talking about the
appreciate.
10%. You're talking about people that actually take advantage of credit to build wealth. That's five
Yeah, that's
percent
what
of the
I'm talking about.
population.
That's
That's
what I
five
mean.
percent of population. Most people take personal debt, get into debt, and Klarna and all this other shit. Like we're talking about that. Most people do that shit, bro. Like the credit cards, the car loans, the crazy car loans nowadays. Like, come on, man, Hassan.
So
But
Hassan, I don't know
says,
what you were
but
talking about as far as credits for kids. You talking
I
about
think
like credit score, perhaps?
I think no, I think it's about starting an investment account for the kids. Isn't that what Trump was talking about? Like they're gonna deposit $5,000 into into the market. They're gonna open like basically like a 401k for them in a way, like or a child's fund, and then it's like invested in the market. I think that's what Hassan is talking about.
He's talking about China. Oh, China's investing. Oh, the subsidy thing. Oh, yeah, I did see that. So it says China's implementing policies to support families. In July 2025, China introduced a nationwide child care subsidy program, providing families with essentially $500 annually for each child under 3 to address declining birth rates. This is AB's whole thing about declining birth rates. This is more important than global warming.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Would you say we should have more kids with all this in mind? I'm not about, bro. It's not about like having more kids. I'm just saying like if there is no humans, there is no human race. There's no point to all this stuff. So somebody got to watch out for this stuff.
you know, I kind of want to look. What is the biggest concern about declining
Man,
birth rate?
population collapse.
Look at this. The first thing they mention is for negative economic. That's the first thing they mention. Look at this. Negative economic and social consequences due to a shrinking
Slavery.
workforce,
Slavery. We don't have more slaves. We need
increased
more slaves.
strain on social safety nets, and slower economic growth. Do you see this, guys? It ain't about the world dying off. It's about economics.
Only the Christians care about this stuff, because
Didn't I mention this yesterday? I knew this was a capitalistic angle to it. If you have less people to consume, that's not going to be good for business. Shrinking workforce, reduced economic growth. That's why they want you to have more kids. It's not about the world is going to be in dire problems. No. Reduce savings and investments.
stagnation. Yeah. Yep.
Come on, bro. And the
But Steve, have
other
you seen have,
aging population. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
have you seen this clip of who's the weird guy from Planeteer? The big investor
Oh,
guy.
Peter Thiel?
Yeah.
Peter Thiel, where they asked him a question. I sent it to you on Instagram, where they asked him. Oh, we
Can
gotta
you
watch
please
that, guys. Hold on.
can you please watch? Yes,
We gotta
please,
watch that.
please put,
We gotta.
bro.
I hope
That is
I
probably
find
the
it.
most
Oh my god.
concerning video I've seen this year, bro.
Yeah, bro, that was the most funniest with the commentary. I'm gonna see if I can find the one with the commentary. Um, so
Guys, do
Peter
you guys
Thiel,
know what
guys,
we're
he was
talking
like,
about? Do you guys know Peter Thiel?
this
This
is
guy, I would say he's kind of like, you guys know Mr. Burns from The Simpsons? I would say Peter Thiel is like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
the Antichrist. I don't think this is the one.
No, it's not that one. Um,
It
yeah,
seems
that
very
Let me
clear
see.
to me that a number of people deeply involved in artificial intelligence see it as a kind of mechanism for transhumanism, for transcendence of our
No,
mortal
I don't think this
flesh.
is the one.
no, that
Hold on.
was it.
Was that one? No, I
Yeah,
don't
that
think that
was
was
it.
it. It's the one where you sure? I
It
don't think
seems
this.
very clear to
Let's
me
see.
that a number of people deeply involved in artificial intelligence see it as a kind of mechanism for transhumanism, for transcendence of our mortal flesh, and either some kind of creation of a successor species or some kind of merger of mind and machine. And do you think that's just all kind of irrelevant fantasy? Or do you think it's just hype? Do you think people are trying to raise money by pretending that we're going to
I don't think this is the
build a
video, bro.
machine god, right? Is it hype? Is it delusion? Is it something you worry about? I think you would prefer the human race to endure, right?
This is important.
You're
Yeah,
hesitating.
well,
Yes?
I don't know. I would This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit
Should
in
the
this.
human race survive? It seems very clear to me that a number of people deeply involved in artificial intelligence see it as a kind of mechanism for transhumanism, for transcendence of our mortal flesh, and either some kind of creation.
Let's not do it. I wish it wasn't a short.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes,
I don't know. I would.
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit in this.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right?
No, say let's not do the shorts. Try to find the video, please. Like I think that would be way better.
This
All
guy
right,
is,
Peter, you've been doing great so
this
far.
is a
Just some
comedy
layup
one.
questions ahead, and let's bring this home.
I think you would prefer the human race to endure, right?
No way.
You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes,
I don't know. I would.
Yeah, yes. The answer is yes.
This is a long hesitation. This is a long hesitation.
There's so many questions implicit
Should
in this.
the human race survive?
Yes. The only answer is yes.
Yes.
Great.
But
fuck.
I also would like us to radically solve these problems.
Right.
And so
What is he talking? What is he talking about?
Yeah, transhumanism. Human natural body gets transformed into an immortal body. And there's a critique of, let's say, the trans people in a sexual context, or I don't know, transvestite is someone who changes.
I don't think he said that in this video. I think they're making that up.
Cross-dressing.
No, he
changing your sex organs.
I heard the whole interview. I don't think he said that.
Mind, your whole body, and then Orthodox Christianity.
All right, Peter, you've been.
Oh shit! I didn't know he said that. Maybe I missed that part.
That's the one I sent you. Yeah, that's the one where he said it. And they made a funny video, and the guy's supposed to be his assistant. And it's supposed to be telling him in the back end, just say yes, and it's a parody. But yeah, Peter Thiel is a little, and this is the guy that leads the company, Palantir. If you guys don't know about Palantir, I suggest you look at it. They are a big player in data intelligence.
I mean, but look, I think what he's talking about is kind of cool, that you're immortal.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like, because me and Hassan, we were talking about this, right? It's basically they're gonna take your consciousness and put it in a robot, and you get to live forever.
Yeah, there's a great show on Netflix called Pantheon.
Okay.
And that they literally do that, where your consciousness is implanted into a being. It doesn't even have to be a robot, but just some type of being, and then it lives. But it thinks that it's alive. So it's a great movie. It's a great show if you guys ever want to check it out. It's called Pantheon.
But isn't you being alive your consciousness? That's all it really is.
It is. I mean, no, because when somebody dies, their body leaves, but their consciousness is the one that gets rid of. So yeah, I mean,
and we don't even need a physical body. We can just all be software, just talking to each other, and we're gonna feel like we're alive. You don't even need a physical body.
No,
we're all just guys. We're gonna be doing the Prophet Report forever.
You could literally. Yes. Yeah, man. It's he said, "I don't want to." Hassan says, "I don't want to be here forever."
Guys, what do y'all think? Do you guys want to live forever and ever and ever? Hell yeah, I want to live forever, bro. Why would I want to go? I mean, if you're a Christian, it's a different story, because you kind of, you know what I mean, you got better
you want to go to heaven. Yes.
You got better plans. You got RSVP to a better party.
You know, in the show is interesting because the guy's consciousness got uploaded, right? But then his family was still alive, but he was dead. But he still wanted to live with his family, but he can't. You know what I'm saying? He's now physical, so it's a weird situation, man. Would you really want to live forever, bro? I don't know.
Yeah, man. What
it would be boring, bro. I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know if I want to live forever.
I mean, isn't what heaven? Isn't what that's what's heaven?
But you have your physical being too. I
Okay,
guess
I mean, bro, your body kind of sucks. No, actually, you're not supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to have your physical thing in heaven,
actually
right?
maybe not. Maybe you're not supposed to have. But I don't know how it would work. But I don't know. Just maybe it's a far off concept. Maybe we gotta digest this a little bit. Perhaps as you get older too. Maybe when you're nearing death, this perspective might change. It's like, oh, hold up. Maybe I do want to live a little bit longer.
Because honestly, when you look at our body, it kind of sucks. Like you hit the fucking the corner of the sofa and you're like hurting real bad. You're out for 2 days. It's kind of an you know s-
Yeah.
inferior physical product. Like you know
It
what I
is
mean?
very inferior, bro. Very inferior.
So
I saw a guy falling from 20 feet and dying. I'm like, yo, we're not even really that strong. Like, are you serious? 20 feet? That's not even that high. Like, what the hell? I swear, I saw this guy falling from a soccer stadium, and I'm like, yo, you really could die just from that. It didn't even seem that high, really. Like, it was high, but not like high enough you could die. And he died. I'm like, damn, our body's weak. It is sad.
they got a
Yeah.
lifetime employee out of you when they open BlackRock in your consciousness.
Yo, straight up. Yo, they do that in the show too, actually. They program the person to just like that's where the matrix could happen. The matrix could really happen in that because you could just think you're in a imaginary place, but you're not. Guys, what do you think about this whole thing, man? We still got a few viewers. I'm surprised you're still rocking with us, but we appreciate you rocking with us, man.
Yeah, man. Let us know if y'all like this open format. We're not officially reviewing any like companies tonight. We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah, today is just shooting the stuff today. And then we got this week, man. We got people's topic, man. Vice week, guys. What's your vice? What is your
Got
vice?
Vice Week, guys. We need y'all. Let me know what's your favorite cigarette, e-cig, alcohol. What
Gambling.
company do y'all want us to cover?
Yes, gambling. It could be smoking, whatever. And we're not advocating for that. We're just saying, what is your interest? Listen, I already have a company in mind for tomorrow, but I want to get the viewers to give some suggestions in case. Is Pornhub is it publicly traded?
Can
Really?
you fact check us on? Let's.
Man, this is crazy. Let me see.
Oh
What is it
God,
called?
I think.
Rabbi. Oh, it's owned by a rabbi. What? No way. That would be crazy. This is from the Jewish Independent, so they wouldn't be lying about a rabbi, right? Would they?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think this guy went on a PBD podcast. I've seen an interview with him, a PBD podcast.
Look at the irony. The investment group that bought Pornhub is called Ethical Capital Partners. How ironic is that? It's called Ethical Capital Partners. Wow.
I don't think none
Oh,
of
and the
these.
chief compliance officer is trying. They say they're trying to clean up internet porn.
Yeah.
What? And
Well,
this is but
Texas
Judaism
banned.
is actually.
Texas banned it. Texas banned
Yeah, I've
porn.
heard that.
Ask me
But
how
look
I
at
know.
this. Says, but Judaism is actually pretty sex positive. Most Jewish texts about sex focus on understanding and regulating the act, not warning people of its dangers.
Guys, let us know in the chat what companies y'all want us to cover next week. It's Vice Week, so anything Vice related, casino, gambling, um, alcohol, cigarettes, weed. What else is a vice?
Oh, so Playboy is
Oh,
publicly traded.
Playboy,
We
really?
definitely got to cover that. Ah, that's crazy.
How about Hooters? Is Hooters considered a vice? I don't know.
Hooters is not a vice, bro. That's a food company. That is not a
Right. I'm just
vice, guys. I mean, yeah, you questioning the people. Let's see. It says Pornhub. Y'all need to check that out, yo. So
like ask AI.
cigarette
Ask
companies are
AI.
also
Name
used.
me some publicly traded companies that would be considered a vice. and see what comes up with AI. What AI tells you, please.
Publicly traded companies.
Oh, guns.
That
Is
would
guns a
be
vice? I don't know.
guns. You know, we got to do a whole weapons week because there's some big players in there, man. You know, the Lockheed Martins, the Raytheons, the Northman Group. These are
Yeah.
big boys, man. They're not even small.
I
You know,
kind of want to
big
get into the
potatoes. Publicly
e-cig thing.
traded.
E-cig. I feel like this e-cig business. Are any of them?
I mean, I would like us to do Philip Morris, man. That's the big cigarette company. You know about Philip Morris?
Yeah. Okay, we got alcohol, tobacco, gambling. Okay.
You got alcohol, you got tobacco, we got gambling. Oh, they do put defense in there as a vice. That's actually interesting.
That's not a vice,
And
though.
then cannabis as well, guys. Fast
Cannabis.
food as well is considered a vice. Wow. Put your votes in, guys. What company out of this you guys want us to cover? Look at this. This is Vice Week. We got alcohol. Let's see if you got any select. So we have to do a publicly traded company because that's where we have public information on. We got
I definitely
Anheuser-Busch.
want to do Diageo. I would love to do Diageo. We have to.
So AB is picking Diageo. For tobacco, I definitely want us to do Philip Morris. I want to know because they sell Marlboro. It's a huge brand. Hold on, why do they have both of them say Alteria, the parent company of Philip Morris? Oh, so maybe we have to do Alteria because they're the parent company of Philip Morris. Oh, okay.
Hmm. What companies are in adult entertainment?
That's in the bottom. We have adult entertainment
They just
companies.
said adult entertainment.
So there are some. Playboy is one of them.
What else is a vice?
Oh, there's a Sin Stocks. These things called actually Sin Stocks.
Yeah, defense.
Wow. Yeah, we could do Playboy, and we're just gonna see the financials, guys. Don't get too excited. We're not gonna go to a Playboy website, and it's not gonna be none of that. But I think tomorrow we're probably gonna do a cigarette company. I think it's my turn, right, AB? This tomorrow is my turn. I think probably gonna do Philip Morris. And then
AJ said, "I need more lewd than Playboy."
Well, all right, guys. We
don't
wrap
want
this
to.
thing
We don't
up,
want to get
man.
into like the whole cartel and stuff like that. That's way too much. Like El Chapo and stuff like that.
Well,
they're not publicly traded, but
if they were publicly traded, we would look at them. I mean, but that information is
maybe
not public, so-
maybe like payment processing that processes these things. You know, they have issues with payment processors.
I mean, that's why they say crypto is a big black market right there.
Yeah. Well, you know, like these porn sites and stuff, they have a lot of problems with payment processors. So maybe there's a publicly traded company that processes the pay. Maybe we'll look into it, guys. We'll let y'all know. We'll let y'all know if we can find something that's more interesting. Kind of like a business that helps them. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like a vendor to the big guys.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting too. Well, guys, man, we appreciate you rocking with us. And if you're rewatching this, man, let us know. You could also send us a message. Did you like AB's cooking today? You know what I'm saying? Do you like this format? If you like it, let us know. We're trying to do this once a week, but we'll do it more if you guys like it. We typically review, publicly traded companies, but today we did a different format. But we appreciate everybody here today. We got to name them. Who do we have today, AB? Today we had.
Hey man, we had of course day ones. We had Bree. We had AJ. We had San. We had Becca. We had Jake today. Jake was active in the chat.
Jake,
Shout out to Jake.
You mentioned Bree too, right?
Yeah, Bree. Yep, Bree's in the chat. But guys, let us know if y'all like what we talked about today. You know, AB going off on all these corporations and whatnot. let us know like what things we brought up today. Y'all want us to maybe go further into it next week or whatever. We could do that
Yes.
also. Be more prepared and kind of present you guys with something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys, because we're trying to
drop
get
a
to
comment,
five.
guys. Yeah.
Yes, it's AB going off on the white man. Yeah, guys, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So please like, share, notification, and then if any feedback is welcome. We're trying to grow the channel, and obviously we want to give you good content. And sometimes if there's some content that you like more than others, like today's format, you know, we are welcoming any feedback, good or bad. We would appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right.
guys. Vice Week. This coming in. Get ready
Vice
for that. It's gonna be
Week.
fun.
Yes,
It's
yes.
gonna be fun topics. We're gonna get into all these alcohol brands, tobacco. Get your smoke on. Get your drink on. Get your wine on. You know what I mean?
And
Whatever
gambling
your vice.
too. Yes, the gamblers, bro. Who the gamblers? Yeah, see, I like to gamble.
I
That's
know.
my
I know.
thing right
Steve was a
there.
big gambler.
That's my
Yeah.
thing right there, guys. I ain't even gonna front. That's my thing. So
Yeah,
let
we
us
got the
know, man.
sports betting, like is that
Yes.
taking off? Like I'm interested in that kind of
Yes, bro.
the
That's very
sports betting
interesting stuff.
stuff.
Sports betting.
These shelters. I wonder like how beer is doing versus the shelters. I feel like shelters are like coming up and beer is going down. I really do feel that. I want to know if the numbers pan that out. That's kind
Yes,
of my
beer
and
consumption has
and
gone down. Yes, yes. I mean,
and Gen Z, I think, is more weed than alcohol.
yes, no, alcohol consumption has gone down significantly. Yeah, with Gen Z.
And it
So
leads to less teenage pregnancy too. So this is a big problem. We have
Yo, see this guy right here, guys. That's why he's with us. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need AB. You know what I'm saying?
bro. Less teenage pregnancy is an indicative that people are not having sex. They're not really like, what I mean? Like we're not having less kids, bro. That's a big indicator, economic indicator. I'm telling you. Listen, I got method to this madness. I'm gonna present it. That might be like
All right.
next week, Sunday, open column. All right, Vice Week, Jake. We'll see you tomorrow, man. We'll see y'all
Yeah,
this
man.
whole
Y'all
week.
gotta show
We
up
stream every day, guys. Every
every
day.
day. We haven't missed a day yet, guys.
8 Central is the goal, but we might
We've
be
been
off.
we've been switching the time. We know, but but we're here every day. Nonetheless, the time might be a little bit off, but we're here every day for you guys. So let us know. DraftKings, yeah,
DraftKings, yep.
are they publicly traded? Let's
I,
need to
I
quickly
think
look.
they're part of like a conglomerate. Yeah.
Is DraftKings? If
I
they
think
are publicly traded, we could cover it.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they are public. That's a big company. They have approval in many states. Not all, but they have approval. So that would be a good company to cover. So maybe that could
Definitely,
be. Yeah, that's a good
definitely.
pick. Yeah. Good.
All right,
Good
Jake,
choice.
we got you, man. We got you. Tune
Yeah.
in this week. One of these days, we're gonna get in there.
Yes, and then any weed company that are publicly traded, guys, let us know because we would also like to cover that. That's a good conversation. Weed is huge right now, so if there's any specific company publicly traded, remember, send us a message. What is that? What kind of emoji is that? Is that
I
purple?
don't know. He's crying. I don't know. Might be he have a new baby. Might be because the baby might be crying.
Okay. I see.
I don't know. I'm just
Baby's
guessing.
crying or something.
I kind of want to know like e-cigs. Is there any e-cigs or like does Philip Morris owns
I think
e-cigs?
Philip Morris have e-cigs, but there is
Okay.
other companies as well. There are other
Okay.
companies as well. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I think it's time to sign out, guys. It's your
Time to
boy
sign out.
AB.
It's your boy Steve.
It's a proper report. Thanks for tuning in with us on the Sunday, guys. Peace out.
Peace out,
We
guys.
out.
We out.